Well, hello everybody. My name is Sean Cacaro alongside Vincent Massacol for a big stream today. Split squad action we will be covering in our final spring training broadcast, at least our final scheduled spring training stream for now. First off, Vinny, how you doing today?
I am doing good, man. Getting ready for Yankee baseball here.
Double action today. Now, unfortunately, the Rays game's not being televised, so we'll just be providing updates to this one. Now, the only bad news today also, as they show the Yes Network broadcast, they are calling for rain in both of these games. So let's hope we can get two full games of action in today. As the Yankees take on the Pirates at home and they take on the Rays on the road. Second straight day, they'll be playing the Rays on the road. So let's talk about the home game first, because I think this is the one that you and I are definitely going to be more locked in because we can actually see it. A, but B, it looks like a pretty solid lineup that we're going to see. Not quite an opening day lineup, but pretty damn close. Vinny, do you have the lineup up yet? Would you like to read it off, or would you like me to?
For the
The
Yankees,
Pirates game.
the Pirates. So for the Pirates, starting at second base, hitting first, Nick York. Playing third, old friend Adam Frazier. Right fielder, hitting third, Tommy Pham. Hitting fourth, DH Joey Bart. In the left, Joshua Palacios. At short, our old friend Isaiah Kiner Falefa. At first, Jared Triolo. Catching is Henry Davis, and rounding out the lineup, number 9, Billy Cook, the center fielder.
And for the Yankees, you got the Yankee lineup, Vinny?
My bad, my bad.
Oh, you're
Leading
I
off,
thought I lost you.
yeah, no. Leading off, catching, as has been the last few games, Austin Wells. Hitting second, Aaron Judge in right. Hitting third, Cody Bellinger in left. Hitting fourth, my boy Paul Goldschmidt at first. Hitting fifth, Jazz Chisholm Jr. at second. Hitting sixth, Anthony Volpe at short. Hitting seventh, Trent Grisham in center. Hitting eighth, Dom Smith, the designated hitter. And hitting ninth, the third baseman, Oswald Peraza.
Taking the mound for the Yankees will be Cam Schlitter. I don't know what the story is. If you guys remember, talked about it last night, kind of previewing today's stream. Clark Schmidt was supposed to start. Now, I don't know if maybe the impending rain might have had that scratched. I would hope it's not another injury. Let's try to hope that's not the case, but it was supposed to be Clark Schmidt. It is now Cam Schlitter on the mound. If I did pronounce his name right. Vinny, you missed it last night. I don't know if you got to pop in on the stream. I think I butchered just about every prospect's name last night. So
yeah, I didn't.
it was rough. But
yeah.
In the other game, not too many regulars in the Rays game, but definitely some names to keep an eye on. Leading off for the Yankees will be Ben Rice at DH. Batting second, he's been red hot, hitting 348 over these last 7 games. Jason Dominguez will be hitting second, playing left. Batting third, the first baseman will be Oswaldo Cabrera. Batting cleanup at second base will be Pablo Reyes. Batting fifth, the third baseman Yorbit Vivas. Batting sixth, one of the candidates for the backup catcher position, Alex Jackson. Batting seventh, the shortstop, the Bronx native, Andrew Velasquez. Batting eighth, Ismael Manguia, something like that, in center field. And then batting ninth, the right fielder. We saw him last night, Cole Gabrielson. And I don't know if you're seeing this, Vinny, in the home game, Joe Torre has just brought out the lineup for the New York Yankees, shaking hands with the Pirates manager.
Nice.
And then for the Rays, they have a pretty regular lineup, I would say. Leading off at first base will be Yandy Diaz. Batting second, the second baseman, Brandon Lowe. Batting third, the third baseman, one of the Dominican Winter League heroes, Junior Caminero. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Richie Palacios. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Eloy Jimenez. Batting after him, playing in left field, will be Christopher Morel. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jose Caballero. Batting eighth, the catcher, Danny Jansen. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Carson Williams. So you notice too, the Yankees home game, they're wearing their all pinstripe uniforms today on this beautiful, well, okay, I'll rephrase, this Sunday afternoon. Weather looking not so beautiful, but it looks like it's a mixture of dark clouds and a little bit of blue skies. And starting for the Yankees in the Rays game, it is Brandon LeBrandt. This spring, he's got 3 games with an ERA of 2 through 9 innings, 4 strikeouts, and a 1.11 WHIP. So we will see. We will hear about him in the Rays game. So warming up for the Yankees is Cam Schlitter. Went 8-8 between AA and AAA last year.
There's no stats on Savant on Cam.
Really?
I guess maybe it shows.
He never pitched in the majors, so
yeah, I think probably that's it. I don't think it keeps track of. We have a lot on Carson Fulmer though.
Yes, we do. The starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Throws,
the second time we are calling a Yankee Pirate game this spring.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to Fulmer when he
does come up. Defensive alignment for the Yankees from left to right. It's Bellinger, Grisham, Judge. From third to first, it's Peraza, Volpe, Chisholm, Goldschmidt. Behind the plate, Wells. On the mound is Schlitter.
So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first pitch swingers coming up for the Yankees at over 30%.
For the Yankees?
For the Yankees.
Interesting.
Whiff percentages. Austin Wells 27.3, Aaron Judge 30.7, Cody Bellinger 22.2, Goldschmidt 27.4. So let's see. And Judge. All right. Well,
sorry, I messed up the scoreboard.
Oh, it's okay. So
we got 2 games of action. Which means there's gonna be a lot of work done here, which we are looking forward to. So both games are underway. Jason Dominguez has flown out in his first at-bat. Ben Rice had a single in that game. MLB Game Day coverage is limited, so I'll do my best to cover that one.
Yep, for sure.
Home game is underway. This is the beauty of baseball. This is the only sport where you have your favorite team playing in 2 different games at the same time.
That's right.
Pitching for the Rays in the other game is Joe Boyle. This spring, he's got 3 games, 1-0 record with a 2.45 ERA and 7 1/3. He struck out 10 already, so definitely going to be a tough challenge for the away Yankees. We got to figure out names for these. We got to code name them.
There you go.
Home Yankees, away Yankees is probably the easiest way to go.
There you go.
Or this is more the A team, the other team's the B team.
There you go.
So, Vinny, that means that when we're talking about the Rays game, do we got to do the B team chant? You remember that?
No, I don't.
From WWE, Curtis
Axel
and
that's
Bo
right,
Dallas.
That's right.
B team, go, go, go.
That's right. Yeah, right. Oh boy.
Doesn't that bring back an interesting memory?
I didn't think we brought that one out yet. not this year, at least. Might have a B team with all these injuries this year.
That's the way it's feeling. Cabrera reaches on a walk. The away team has runners on first and second with 1 out. Like I said, not too many regulars in the away game. The home game, we're seeing a lot of big names today, so definitely be interesting to see. The other issue is if it does rain, how long do they keep the players in? I mean, they're going to have to play in the rain at some point this year, but if one of them gets hurt in the rain,
I think they would
lose it.
I think they would cancel the game if there was
Well, that's the thing too with spring training. Once they go into a delay, they usually don't wait around. They will just call it.
That is true.
York really making Schlitter work here.
Yeah.
Already 8 pitches in his first at bat.
Man, fouls another one off. Man.
Schlitter is definitely your stereotypical pitcher. If you're watching this, tall, lanky guy. He's got the high socks going past his knees. Not really that big. Like it looks like he's definitely clear 6 feet. That's a ground out for out number one. Just a stereotypical pitcher.
There we go. Goldie wearing what's his name's old number? Rizzo?
48. Yep.
It's a good thing I have a 48 jersey.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't get a name on it.
As it should. I'm one of those who is not a fan of the.
I have an old Jeter batting practice World Series jersey.
Oh, well, that's different. The batting practice jerseys, that's whatever.
That I got his name on, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, the blue jerseys, that's a different story. But if you're gonna get the pinstripe uniform, don't get the name on it.
Yeah, that's the one thing, and they're reusable too.
Yes.
I could use my old Jason Giambi 25 jersey as a Glaber jersey, and now I could use it for something else.
Stanton jersey will remain a Stanton jersey till he's no longer with us. Our buddy Adam Frazier is up to hit now.
Adam Frazier, ex-Mariner, ex-Oriole.
A lot of Yankee fans wanted.
Yeah. Didn't he start his career with the Pirates?
I believe so. Found his way.
So it's come full circle.
Yep, back in the Berg. Had a rough year last year, though. Definitely be looking for a bounce back year this year.
There you go.
Nice crowd on hand in Steinbrenner Field. I've heard that they've already begun renovating for the Rays. I know they said right now they're working on the locker rooms and stuff, and the on-field stuff they're probably not going to be able to work on until after the spring, which they'll get an early jump start because their last couple Yankees finished with a road trip.
We have actual Major League Baseball tonight, don't we?
Sorta. We actually had Major League Baseball this morning.
This morning? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, the Cubs were playing the Yormy Giants.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I mean Dodgers, Cubs.
I got to ask, Vinny, are you going to be waking up at 6 a.m.
tomorrow?
Day? No, Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday? I don't know. We'll see.
I was thinking about it because I don't go to work till 10. But the problem is I tried last year and I fell asleep through half an inning.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah, no, if you got to work.
If
you got to work, you don't want to be falling asleep at work either.
I fall asleep at work anyway. So.
Yeah, but you don't want to
strike out my splitter.
You work with slicers and stuff. I don't want you falling asleep.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Slicing your fingers off.
I've already sliced my finger once. I don't want to do it again. Trust me. It's not fun.
Look like
so the in the away game the bases were stranded. Bases were left loaded. They go to the bottom of the first, still scoreless.
So Schlitter kind of hanging around the 94, 95 mile an hour range. Got up to like 96. So Tommy Pham, he's been around a while.
Yes, he has. A journeyman who found his way to the Berg.
Never a Yankee though. I wonder if that's through him not wanting to be a Yankee. I don't want to start anything, but or
there never really was space for him either.
Just kind of like, I mean, he could play anywhere.
He grounds out to short. Volpe, nice play. End of the inning. Both games go to the bottom of the first, scoreless.
Yeah. Pham can play anywhere though. That's kind of the one thing that.
Yes, he can.
I always liked about him. That's
what I like about Frazier too. Frazier could play anywhere.
Yeah, but and Pham's better than I think. I don't know. I like Pham a lot more than I do.
Well, Pham last year had a much better year. Frazier had a really down year.
Frazier's had down years the last. Like I know Seattle signed him for that big contract, and then they decided, well, I guess he's not going to be the guy because he did nothing. He came off a really good season and then didn't do anything, and then got jettisoned off that team, and then the Orioles picked him up, and he didn't really do anything there. I mean, he had an okay season.
Got a nice, decent contract from.
But I like Pham better than IKF. Like,
I miss IKF though.
He's a little tough, and he's tougher
grew on me.
Yeah.
He grew on me at the end of his Yankees
IKF not
tenure.
having a bad spring. Was he hitting 296,
Yeah,
290?
he's had a solid spring.
Yeah.
So
So
we'll get to see the big guys come up and hit for the Yankees here.
definitely.
Yankees had a blowout win the last time they played the Pirates at home. If you remember, we were on stream for that.
That's right.
I believe this is the last time these teams will meet this spring before the regular season, which they play each other pretty early. The first road trip for the Yankees will be in Pittsburgh. It'll be Pirates home opening weekend. So, Vinny, you said you had some information for us on Carson Fulmer, Pirates starter.
Is that what you? Yes, Carson Fulmer. He averages his exit velo average is about 90.6. Hard hit percentage is 44.4. Throws the four seam 22.8% of the time, sinker 24.3, slider 16.1. Throws his change a lot more, 27%, and does not throw the curve a lot at 5.6. K percentage is 21.4 and walk percentage 10.6.
Wells up to bat now. Now, you notice it feels like every time Wells has played, they have had him leading off. Do you think there's a reason behind that, or do you think it's just spring training and they just want to get him at bats?
I think it's just Boone being Boone and just trying stuff out. I don't think.
The only thing is, the only reason I think he maybe gets one leadoff spot in the regular season because it's never happened before.
Right.
I don't know if you remember the first game Wells played. That was all they would talk about is how the Yankees have never had a catcher lead off a game for them. So something tells me he's doing this now just to be like, hey, I'm going to break a record.
Yeah, well.
2-1 count on Wells, and Wells has a single.
There you go. Getting on base.
He does. He's got two. What a double. Nice hustle there by Austin Wells.
Nice. See, well, I guess he proved us wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it was a weak fly in the center.
I mean, I guess
and he came hustling out of the box.
You could find, and I don't have the stats here, but what his leadoff average is compared to his average hitting in other spots. But,
Yeah. At the bat now.
But it's
the MVP,
spring.
Aaron Judge. Yeah, I don't know that they're going to go too deep into the analytics.
Yeah.
Need to see. I'm hoping to see Judge wake up a little bit. He's had a tough spring up to this point, but he's only played in 3-4 games so far. So
yeah, I don't think we need to worry. But I mean, I'm not going to worry.
He did last year, so
yeah, I know. But I mean, just think if he didn't have that.
He just needs to hit one home run and he'll shut everybody out.
Yeah, I mean, but just think if he didn't have that rough April, what his numbers would actually have looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, could have hit over 60 home runs.
Also that homerless streak, that 2-week homerless streak.
That didn't help either. But that April he got off to was.
And there's a high fly ball in the left, but he just got under it. That's out number one. Had a good sound to it, but
I mean he's close. It's not like I mean he got it just off the end. It looks like. I mean he didn't get the barrel on it. So I mean
Bellinger coming up to hit now. We know he's had a solid spring. I think he's been ready for opening day since the first game of spring.
Cody's been what is expected. He's
so far
good bat so far, yeah. But he's gonna, everybody slumps. He's gonna. I mean, there's gonna be a slump in somewhere.
That's the hardest part about preparing for a season. But he's hitting right now. He's hitting 467, 2 home runs, 3 ribbies. But that's the hardest part about preparing for a season is that slump is going to come. So that's actually where they brought this up. I was watching the game against the Phillies Friday night. They said, it's actually kind of good to have a slump in the spring because at least then you know what you need to work on. And it can mentally prepare you better for when that does come in the regular season.
Right.
By the way, Vinny, I have to mention this. I don't think you got to see the game Friday against Philly.
No.
So I never wanted a spring training win more badly than I did for this one because the Phillies go up 5-3. It was late in the game, like 8th or 9th inning. The Phillies went up 5-3. And there were a lot of Philly fans there because, they train 20 minutes from each other, whatever. They were
Right.
doing the Eagles chant in the crowd, and that pissed me off to the point where I'm like, no, Bellinger with a base hit, this is going to get in one, and the Yankees are going to take a 1-0 lead. Pham not really hustling to get to this one, so that should be at least a double, and it is a stand-up double for Bellinger. And the Yankees lead 1-0 in the home game.
I think it might have been. I don't know if he was waiting for the ball to kick off. I think he wanted to read it first. Because if that ball,
because you notice he slowed down.
If he runs hard after that ball and the ball kicks to his right,
yeah,
I think he's in more trouble. I think that's why he slowed down a little bit. But the ball was hit. I mean, the ball was hit
pretty hard. Yeah,
105.7. So it looks
Goldschmidt coming up to hit now. So finish my story. The Philly fans started doing the Eagles chant like, no, we're not doing this. Yankees have to win this one now. What ended up happening? TJ Rumfeld, game-tying 2-run home run in the ninth, and then eventually they walk it off after the Phillies would not cover first with a runner on third and 2 outs.
Oh, boy.
So I was very happy. The Philly fans were not happy. At least my regular customers I have that are Philly fans, they were pretty upset about it. I thought it was funny.
Oh, nah. They show his. I'd like to see his spring stats. They showed his regular season last year, which wasn't great.
You pull up MLB Game Day; it gives it to you right there.
I mean, I could. I'd bring up. I've got a.
I'm tracking the Rays game right now.
I got a way to do it here. He's hitting 300. Okay.
He's had a solid spring. Can't really ask for much more there.
300,
and he works a walk.
300, 3 home runs, 10 RBI. And that walk just helps him a little bit. So
helps the on-base percentages. Jazz Chisholm will come up to hit for the home team.
Yeah.
Homer's giving up a lot of hard contact. Now he's starting to have a hard time finding that strike zone.
If we get Bellinger and Goldschmidt to hit behind Judge, that would be pretty amazing. Just because
Chisholm fouls that one off,
and again, if Jazz hits too, you're looking at a 4, 5, 6 that's pretty formidable.
Yeah.
Whereas last year we only had pretty much Soto behind Judge, so. I don't know. I think we'll be okay with Bellinger and Goldschmidt. I think
so too.
I think both those guys together, they'll hit. I mean, what did he hit? 40? How many home runs did Soto hit with us last year? 40 something.
Yes.
I mean, they'll hit that combined. I would hope.
Update in the away game: the Tampa Bay Rays have just taken a 1-0 lead. They have runners on second and third, still only 1 out in the bottom of the first.
So looks like. Oh wow, my game day is ahead of my TV.
Mine too. That actually got me into some trouble last night in the stream. I kept reporting stuff too early.
Yeah.
Well, this is the beauty of not watching on regular cable TV. As Chisholm grounds out the first, both runners advance. 2 outs now.
Goldschmidt to second, Bellinger to third. There you go. All right. See what Volpe can do at 2 outs. Who's been hitting a little better lately.
So far.
Yeah.
Just would like to see that defense step up a little more.
Yeah.
First pitch is low and away.
Fulmer, not really throwing that hard. Averaging about 92 on the fastball, 93.
Just checking real quick the weather down in Florida right now. There will be some storms hitting, but it's saying it may not hit till about 3:30, 4 o'clock. But there's some nasty weather coming.
Yeah. Well,
so we'll see.
Expecting rain up here in the East
Great
Coast.
Northeast. Yep.
we'll see.
So we'll see again how far the starters go. As Volpe grounds to short, that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the second. The Yankees home game. They still hold. They have a 1-0 lead.
I mean, they made him work. 22
Yes,
pitches in the first inning. That's pretty
pretty solid
good.
start.
Yeah. I mean, Judge's bat speed was at 80 miles an hour or 80.4.
Right.
That's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Like I said, he's only
I mean,
played in
he's not.
4 games.
Yeah, I mean, he's not that. I don't think he's that far away. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
and even
so
if he
too.
does, I mean, I would hate to see people like get all bent out of shape if he has a tough first couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, you know it'll come, but
Yeah.
now I wanted to bring this up since I sort of addressed this last night. We had a Yankees injury update video.
Yeah.
Until 20 minutes later, when Garrett Cole's news broke. Vinny, talk about this real quick between innings. Is it time to panic?
No, not yet.
I'm glad you said that.
Because why do you think the Yankees got Max Fried anyway in the first place? Not to just, to add to the rotation.
I'm surprised he did not get the opening day nod. I was a little disappointed, but we'll put our faith in the Rodon.
I want to say it's because Fried hasn't been here.
No, it's not even that. They did address this. They said it's because they had him already on a set schedule.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't want to mess with it.
It makes sense, though. Makes sense. But I mean, look at it this way. They knew last year that his arm was pretty much hanging on a thread anyway.
Yeah.
And they had already come out and said that. So it was just it was kind of a ticking time bomb type thing. It was whether or not it was when it was going to happen. I would have hoped that maybe it would have, if they knew this, I would have hoped that he would have had the surgery and said, look, he's not pitching this year, rather than having to miss him this year and then part of next year now.
Right.
So now we're not going to only miss him. I'm a little more scared for next year as to see.
Well, so with the successful surgery, they said he's on track to be ready for spring training as the Rays take a 2-0 lead.
I don't know. That's not what I was hearing about. I heard probably not for like 2 months into the next season.
This came from Jack Curry in the game on Friday, so I would take his word a little more.
I would too, but I don't know. We'll see, because these things are. Yeah.
Well, with modern medicine today, I think he'll be okay as Schluter walks Joey Bart.
Yeah, we just got to look.
Don't trash Joey Bart today.
Okay.
Remember what happened last time?
I know, and I know I hit a home run with him. I hit 2 home runs with him in MLB The Show.
Nice.
So
update: the starting pitcher for the Yankees, LeBrant, did not get out of the first. They're taking him out now after he gave up 2 runs, 1 hit. Could be more runs. Let me get his official numbers. He pitched a third of an inning, gave up a hit, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk. Struggled in that one. So in that game, the Yankees down 2-0, and Rays still have runners on first and third, only 1 out. If you didn't see yesterday's game, the Yankees are looking for a little redemption against the Rays. They were up 7-4 in the bottom of the 9th, only to end up in a tie.
No.
So Yankees looking to split that little 2-game set they have in Port Charlotte. Which, by the way, Vinny, I was joking with Luca last night when we watched the end of the spring breakout. The pitcher who gave up the eventual tying and go-ahead winning runs for the Orioles, he had number 35. So I do not want to see a reliever with the number 35 this year, as that's a base hit for Palacios.
Number 30 reliever with the number 35. Base hit. Number 35 is going to be the starter for your New York Mets opening day.
My New York Mets?
You're
fuck out of here. Hell no.
Opening. Imagine that.
He got roughed
Imagine that.
He got roughed up yesterday, though.
Yeah, but just imagine the guy you hate the most being
I
the
hope
opening
he
day
gets.
starter.
I think they open up against the Astros. I still hope he gets shelled. I'm pretty sure they. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure they open up against Houston.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
I don't. Well,
Well, I mean, if you think about it, who else do they have to start opening day? If you think about it,
they do open up in Houston.
yeah, but who? Okay, so look at their rotation at this point. They're not.
Well, the rotation's a joke.
I mean,
I mean, that's why he's starting because the
yeah.
rotation is.
I mean, I was pretty floored when they said
He was going to
he was going to
start.
be.
I think we all were.
But then I looked at their rotation and I was like,
They had to do something
yeah, because isn't Manaya's out, right?
for the time being. Yes, and I
Yeah.
think update. Wild pitch makes it 3-0 Rays. As IKF now has a single. This could tie it. And no, the runner held at third. Pirates got the bases loaded. Nobody out.
Nice shot by IKF.
So both Yankee teams in a bit of trouble right now.
You think Bellinger plays left to start the season?
I think so.
They've
and I
been
think
playing him there a lot more.
And I would say you put Dominguez in center. Or if you really want Grisham out there, you DH Dominguez.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'll ask you this. As of right now, who are you having as DH? Because it sounds like it's going to be Ben Rice, which right now I'm not hating because he's gotten hot, but long term, is that really the best solution? What do you think?
No, I like, I like Dom being the I like Dom. I would rather have Dom probably at DH or someone else. I really don't want Grisham at DH either, though. I mean,
well, no, Grisham wouldn't DH. They'd definitely put him in center.
Yeah, well, if I would rather you gotta throw Dominguez in the field because if you DH him, then I don't know. I just think putting him out there is going to be the best thing because just give him the chances, give him the.
You know what I wouldn't be surprised in though is I wouldn't be surprised if they had Judge do a lot of DHing just to keep him healthy.
Yeah,
and you put say Bellinger in right, Dominguez in left, and Grisham in center.
Yeah, I just I was hoping we would have signed someone, maybe.
Well, I told you my solution, but I don't think they'll do it in the attempted video. And again, I know it won't happen. That's a grounder to second, chance for two. Chisholm touches second for one. On the first, it's a wild throw. Well, let's see what the outcome of this is. Obviously, the Pirates have just tied it. Does that put them ahead? There's a lot that just happened there because the ball went out of play.
Ball went out of play.
Ricocheted off of Goldschmidt.
So you got, that guy. Yeah, he's gonna go home because he probably was. He probably was about more than halfway there, I would think, or he was on third when the throw.
Nice job by IKF to throw off that throw. I know that's not a looked upon positively, but I personally don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
So it's 2-1 Pirates. Runners are on second and third now with only one out. That was going to be a tough play for Chisholm the whole time. I don't think he should have went for that. I think Volpe should have.
Yeah.
But that was a tough angle for Chisholm. I don't think he should have been going for that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, because he had to go. He was already going to his right, and then he had to come back to his left. So.
Well, like I said, nice play by IKF to throw him off even more. So it's 2-1 Pirates. Now they just say there's a runner on second. I'm confused. Pop fly in the infield. Catch is made. And there is only a runner on second. Okay. No, now it's showing second and third. What? Yes. Figure it out. You're confusing me. I'm tired. I just woke up. You're not helping.
Yeah, that's weird how they did that.
But anyway, my solution would be is to go for Cease and Tatis, but Again, I don't think the Yankees will do it, but
Yeah, it's going to depend on what they're asking, what San Diego's going to be asking for this early in the season.
right.
I think you have a better shot at getting them if they're out of it by middle of the season and
Yeah,
they're doing kind of a fire sale type thing. Because they're going to want to get rid of like Darvish and Cease and
King.
King, unload some salary.
So updating the Rays game, they finally get out of trouble, but they give up 3 runs. They go to the top of the second. Rays lead 3-0. Not an ideal start in Port Charlotte. Nice strikeout there by Schlitter to get out of trouble. But not before 2 runs score. Pirates take a 2-1 lead over the Yankees.
There you go. Well,
Vinny, is it setting in yet that we're just 11 days away from opening day?
yeah, I'm starting to get there.
Would like to announce on opening day. Now, we're going to be figuring out our first month of the season streams shortly. Would like to announce that we're not going to be able to live stream opening day because I have to work, and I know, Vinny, you said you have some things going on too. But we will be doing a live post game immediately after the game. So that's our next scheduled Yankee stream. Like I said, as of now, we don't have any more spring training games scheduled, but we might pop in with the Big Blue in the Bronx for another spring game, or we may come up with a pop-up game here to do one more. But otherwise, next live Yankee stream will be an opening day post-game show. Because, like you said it best, Vinny, either the sky is falling or we're getting set for the World Series.
There you go. I mean, you can't go any other way, really. I mean, you could be mediocre, which I would hate. I think I would hate more. Being like that 82 and 81 team or 82 and 80 team,
and 80,
and then just not make the playoffs and just be that middling type team, because then you don't know. I mean, if you're really bad, at least you're really bad.
Yes.
Then that maybe hopefully sends a message to
ownership
that, hey, maybe we're not doing things the right way. But if you're a middling team, then
then you have the tough choice at the deadline of, are you buyers or sellers?
That's the other thing too, is that if you're in the middle of the pack at that time,
you got a massive decision at the deadline.
It's kind of hard to say. And then fans are going to go either way. They're going to be like, well, we shouldn't do anything, stay pat, or we need to do something. Most of the Yankee fans will say they need to do something because, and I'm not of that. If you're a middling team at halfway point, I mean, there is chance. Good pitch by Fulmer. I don't know. I think
there's only been one instance within the last 20 years that the Yankees actually sold, and that was 2016, and it nearly worked out had it not been for a certain team, but try to move on from that as Grisham takes a strike right down the middle. 91 on that fastball.
Yeah, he doesn't. Fulmer's not throwing that hard. It's not like he's blowing everybody away here. Averaging 92 on the fastball.
1-2 count on Grisham. Hope to see a little more from him offensively. I know he's not a good hitter. He's mostly a great defender, but if we could get him going on offense, you realize how scary that could be?
Yeah. Would be good.
Because if Dominguez can't figure it out and you need somebody to step up, Grisham's next in line.
But I think Dominguez's bat is going to keep him in the lineup, though.
I think it is, too. As I mentioned earlier,
he's coming
Grisham drills one down the line, foul. Or is it a home run? It is a home run. There we go. Solo shot from Trent Grisham. Call that one.
That was a total line. That was on a line.
That is what we call a Yankee Stadium home run.
And the reason why it got out so quick is it went at 109.2 off the bat of Trent Grisham. Wow.
I just never saw it land.
109 because it was hit at 109 miles an hour.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is. Yep, you're right. You see it on replay.
Yeah, that was hit really hard.
I like how the fans helped assist there.
It didn't look like he swung that hard either.
No, it didn't. But like I
it
said,
got out in
Yankee
a hurry.
Stadium home run.
Yeah.
So your buddy Dom Smith comes up to hit.
By the way, that ball would have
spring.
been out in only one park, and you could guess which one it was.
Keep enabling the stereotypes.
Yeah, I know. Not a home run in 29 other parks.
But as I said before, if we could get more of this Grisham, that lineup just gets a lot more scary.
As a matter of fact, it even says Yankee Stadium that wouldn't have been out of. It only would have been out at George M. Steinbrenner Field.
They have the same dimensions. That doesn't make any sense.
I know. That's why I don't understand what Savant's
saying.
They
literally have the exact same.
Because they have Tampa Bay listed as George M. Steinbrenner Field, and they're saying
so. Then technically, it's out of 2 major league parks.
I would guess so.
Yeah,
here it has George M. Steinbrenner only, and Yankee Stadium it would not have been out of. But that's
that's wrong.
That might be a Savant thing.
Yeah, because like I said, they have the exact same dimensions. So
yeah. Well,
by the way, did you see
maybe the wall?
Night?
Hey, wait a minute. Is the wall higher at Yankee Stadium?
No.
Okay, I thought maybe that.
No, they literally, as that ball is drilled in the right, that's going to be a base hit. Dom Smith will reach on possibly a double. No, he held it first. No, like I said, when the Yankees built Steinbrenner Field, they did everything they could to make it Little Yankee Stadium, and that's why you have the exact same dimensions. The walls are designed the same.
I guess
the only thing that's different is seating capacity.
So then it would have been out in 2 ballparks.
Yes. Oswald Peraza comes up to hit. I'd like to see him get going. He's one of those guys that you don't know where he could go because he had the shortstop job in command and then lost it to Volpe a few years ago. There's still a chance for him at third, but he's got to get past Cabrera, and he hasn't really shown me enough in spring to where he can be the starting third baseman.
Well, I mean, he could field. He's a good fielder.
That's the one thing. He's definitely done a better job of fielding compared to Volpe, but they're not taking the job from Volpe that easily.
Right.
And we know he's got some pop. He's gotten a hold of a couple of home runs. But last year, the rough season in Scranton definitely did not help his case. So I know you and I have debated, is there a spot for him on the roster? I think there is, but he's going to be more of a infield utility guy than that's ground third, chance for 2, fires to second for 1. On the first, not in time. The one valuable thing Peraza, I will say, definitely has, if you keep him on the bench, great in a pinch running situation.
Yeah.
He's got speed.
I mean, I don't know. How many of those guys do you want, like field only, no bat? Because you need to have a bat in the dugout for
right,
pinch hitting purposes.
Back to the top of the lineup for Wells.
I don't think we have that guy. That pinch hitter that everybody's like, oh,
yeah,
I don't know. And then when DJ comes back, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. If they just plug him right in, or what happens with him.
Almost picked off at first. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because obviously LeMahieu dealing with a calf issue. He's going to be out for an extended period of time, which also they say now another pickoff attempt not in time. Giancarlo Stanton they're hopeful he could be back within 10 weeks. So that's at least 2.5 months, and that's not even including rehab.
I'm still thinking.
I think he's done
after the year. I'm thinking after the All-Star break, he possibly could come back. But I'm not going to tell you like what month because
no. No, like I said, I think we need to just need to expect that in terms of the regular season, you're not going to see him much, if at all.
Right. I think if he's not back during the season, if you're right, I think that I think they go out and get a bat
Well, do you think
at the
if they
half.
sit him out until say September, do you think that they'll
I mean,
try to get him
anything's
out there just for
possible.
the
I mean,
postseason?
yeah, I mean, if they're going to trot him out there, they're going to trot him out during the postseason because that's where he shines.
Yeah,
That's his. But if you haven't played the whole season
yeah, you need
and
that
then
ramp up period.
you play like the last month, I don't know how
The only
that's
thing
going
I
to
could
help.
think is, yeah, let's say hypothetically the Rail Riders make the playoffs, then you keep them down there and get him as at bats that way in
Yeah, but
September. But remember, minor league season finishes sooner than
yeah, but
Major League Baseball.
minor league at bats only. I mean, yeah, they'll help you out a little bit, but got to get.
Well, it depends on who you're facing, really, because you got to
Yeah.
remember too is Wells strikes out, strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. Well, the only thing is we got to remember too with AAA, you'll get a lot of journeymen.
Ooh, he wasn't even close. Whew. Joey Bart still has an arm.
Yes, he does. So home game goes to the top of the third. I'll nod it at 2. The away game is in the bottom of the second. Rays the lead 3-0.
I don't know. I don't know what you do with Stanton at this point because
It's all a wait and see. I mean, there's
right
a
now
little
you can't do anything right now. So.
no. For now, we know for the next 10 weeks we're not going to see him.
Yeah, we're not seeing him for a while.
In the Rays game, they put LeBrant back in, hoping that maybe he can bounce back after that rough
you can
only throwing a third. You can do that in the spring.
That's
I
right.
don't
Spring,
like the rule personally, but
well,
the games don't count, so you can sort of manipulate them a little bit.
you can also have the managers decide whether they want to play more or not. So it's it's way different in spring.
Yeah. But nonetheless, right now we got two games going, one a little closer than the other. Yankees, like I said, looking to bounce back a little bit.
How are those Steelers doing about Aaron Rodgers?
Well, now he wants to be a Viking only. Now he wants to go to Minnesota, but he wants over $100 million.
Who wants? Yeah, I don't. I hope Minnesota gets him just to finish the cycle.
Yeah, finish the story, Rodgers.
Because in 2030 or 2032 we're gonna get Jordan Love, and then he'll go to the Vikings too.
Yeah. Yep, you guys are just the Packers are just a farm system to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say I was actually pretty happy we got Mason Rudolph back because he's part of the reason we made the playoffs a couple years.
Dude, if he's your starter, you guys aren't going far in the playoffs.
No, we're not going far, but that's the standard.
So it's going to be another. It's going to be another season of but you guys didn't even try to get a quarterback.
What do you mean? We're trying for Aaron Rodgers.
You're just saying you're either. Yeah, I don't know. If they get.
If Rodgers goes to Minnesota and Russell Wilson goes to New York, I think Rudolph's going to be the guy. Because who else are you going to get? I mean, obviously, you get somebody in the draft.
Then don't. As a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, don't expect to be.
Oh no, we stop expecting
in the AFC Championship. No. I'm not. Every year's a new year, dude. You don't quit talking about the past.
Well, again, until they prove me wrong, it's the same story every year.
Yeah, but you haven't had a quarterback since Big Ben.
Yeah, but even Big Ben his last couple years wasn't that good.
Well, because the guy was getting old.
He had a noodle.
Oh my God, dude!
I know this.
I know you do, but he was getting old. The guy, you could barely roll him out of bed in the morning.
Yeah,
he was had a walker out there. You may as well put him in.
Well, you got to admit
underwear.
That last run he had was impressive for his age. That little run that got him to the playoffs, but
he's a big dude, of course. He was one of the toughest guys to get down in the NFL.
Well, that was the best. That was the most entertaining part about him. He'd evade tackles like it was nothing.
Yeah, but so who was the last quarterback you had since him then?
After him, we went to Mitchell Trubisky and then Kenny Pickett.
That didn't work. That didn't work.
Although, you know what's funny is Trubisky, Pickett, and Rudolph actually had better numbers than Fields and Wilson. Fun
Fields
fact.
was also 4-2 before they benched.
Well, yeah, the whole Fields thing was frustrating because
They should have
they shouldn't have taken him out. Granted, I know Russell Wilson played good. I'm not bashing Russell
He
Wilson.
played good up until he really needed to. Though.
Well, I said this to
Then he
Luca. I
reverted
don't
back to old
think we
Russell
can
Wilson.
put all the blame on Russell Wilson at the end because you got to look at the offensive line was garbage towards the end of the season, and the defense crumbled. The defense crumbled. So
Yeah.
I don't put all the blame on Wilson. Yes, he does deserve some of the blame, but yeah. So it went from Mitch to Kenny Pickett to Mason Rudolph
I still don't think
to what we had last year.
I think you gotta either. I don't know. It's the quarterback situation is like the most important part for every team.
This is a bad year to have a QB problem because.
Oh yeah, of course.
The draft QB's gonna be okay.
You guys will draft one of those like projects, I think.
Probably. Which the Steelers said that's a ground out one away. The Steelers have been known to turn projects into halfway decent players. Antonio Brown, anybody before he became a head case?
Right, but
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
but again, I don't know a ton of Steeler fans up here because remember I live in filthy Philly country, if you will. There's a lot of Steeler fans that have like had enough because it's been the same story every year.
Well, it's if you have Mason Rudolph as the starter, I would. If you guys make the playoffs, I would be surprised.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your defense is, but
because the Steelers are running an old school style of play, defense, run game, which
you got two
up on that too.
Now you have two really good wide receivers. I don't know if even DK Metcalf is even saying.
All I'm gonna say is DK Metcalf and George Pickens. That's gonna be entertaining in itself, and it might not even just be for the on-field play, but something tells me they're gonna turn into like the Shield or something and just start jumping DBs left and right.
Yeah. Well, watching DK in Seattle, he's a
physical
he was underutilized the last couple of years, but when he was with Russ, he was pretty good. So I would.
That's why I still think
I would try to get him back so that he could be teamed with his old mate there.
Yeah, get a connection that's already established.
Yeah, because I think him and DK. I mean, because whether you want to say Russ is good or bad, he throws one of the nicest long.
Let's say this:
long balls, and
Russ is not as bad as everybody's making him out to be. People are talking about him like he's Aaron Rodgers past his prime, or
I just don't think
he's not what he was, obviously.
But
he, like you said, he still has a beautiful deep ball. Mm-hmm. He can still move. He is still semi sort of mobile. I don't hate the idea of bringing Russ back for another year, but you still need to get a QB for the future because Russ ain't going to be able to do this forever.
No. I think you definitely need to maybe take a flyer on one of the guys in the later rounds.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, McCord, I like McCord from Syracuse.
I do too.
Be a good one. So I hope the Jets can get him, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, let me ask you, now you got Justin Fields. I get it. I know there's a baseball stream, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Justin Fields and little else. Although they did sign the safety I wanted.
Do you think they overpaid a little bit for Fields?
Well, yeah, because the Jets always have to overpay. That's the jet tax. It's the jet tax.
The jet tax. I like that.
It's the jet tax. You got to pay. You got to overpay for that.
And although I would drive out to end the inning, go to the bottom of the third, still knotted up at 2.
Although I will say, he would have been cheaper than bringing back Rodgers. So.
Oh yeah, I agree, 100%.
Or bringing on a guy like Russell Wilson, or so. And he's still young.
Well, that's why I can't understand too why. Well, yeah, like you said, Fields is young enough, and he's got Wilson to get. Yeah,
and you know what?
He could be something.
He's something that we haven't had in a long time, and that's I don't even know if we, other than like Zach Wilson, could run a little bit, but
Geno Smith,
he could run.
What up, Alex?
Ooh, Alex
has got some news, and it's fun. Okay.
Hysterical news. Oh, I like hysterical news.
Okay, this should be interesting. I'm wondering if this is revolving around this conversation we're having.
Oh, is it now?
It could be.
Is it the? But we got Andre Cisco. That's the guy I wanted in free agency. So.
Yeah, this is true. This is true, but should be interesting. I mean, we're only what, about a month away from the draft.
Although I'll probably, yeah, I'm gonna be I'll be online like all the other people during the
Mm,
summer trying to get my
yeah,
hands on
training camp.
training camp tickets
Yeah, I'm still.
because
I
I'm a
know.
glutton for
Like I
punishment.
said, I know. As long as the game happens at a reasonable time, definitely going to be at the Meadowlands for Steelers Jets,
Yeah, yeah, it's a I
which
don't know.
Luca's not happy about, and that's the best part because I'm making him come with me.
Yeah, that
He's
could be that's either gonna be a blowout
no, I
or
don't think so.
we're gonna like or
I
we're gonna
think that's one of
squeak it
those
out.
games that the Steelers played down, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if the Jets messed around and won. You guys have done that to us a couple of times.
Well,
So.
according to me, and I guess only me, we're gonna be a better coach than we were.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you're the only one really who's.
I think I'm the only one that's thinking we're gonna. I mean, you can't say that Salah was a better coach than Aaron Glenn
Oh, Judge
because
fouls one off the catcher.
Salah was not good. He wasn't had no discipline. There was
No discipline.
yeah. So let's just hope that and it already seems like Glenn's not going for the Glenn and Muji didn't want Rodgers. They didn't want anything to do with
Well, I think it
any of
became a
that.
problem when Rogers put you guys in a chokehold as to what
Yeah.
gets done versus what doesn't. And you got to get me this guy and that guy.
Yeah,
Can't run a team like that.
but now now he doesn't really have anything because Devontae's in LA now,
Mm-hmm.
and Lazard is still. I think the Jets are waiting on Lazard to trade him to wherever Rodgers goes for like a 7th rounder.
Judge swings and misses at the pitch in the dirt. Update in the Yankees Rays game. They have runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Alex Jackson's up to bat. So if he wants to continue to make his case as to why he should be backup catcher, he's losing that battle. He's got to do something right here.
I'd like to see him hit like a couple of home runs before they.
Well, you notice Jackson has way less at bats than Ascara, so I think Ascara's already got the job won.
Yeah,
Jackson's not getting the same amount of plate time.
Yeah, I'd like to see Judge hit a couple of bombs before they break camp.
Well, that's what I think. I think you can at least hit like 2 or 3 before the end of spring.
Yeah,
you'll take away the panic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it'll take away the panic just because he had a bad April last year.
And strikes out here.
Yeah, that was not a good pitch either.
Mm-hmm. But he still has. He's got 9 days. Excuse me. Yeah, 9 days left in spring to figure it out. I don't know if you saw the Yankees added a game to their spring schedule. They're going to play the Marlins down at Marlins Park last day of spring.
Nice.
So they'll wrap up on a road trip. Their last home game is going to be Sunday the 23rd against the Rays. Then they play at St. Lucie against the Mets, and then they go down to Marlins Park to wrap up the spring.
Right.
Unfortunately, we won't be streaming that.
Second,
be a 1:00 Tuesday game.
Second in the Grapefruit League in hitting is Cody Bellinger.
Nice.
Oh, that was not good, Cody. I think he was looking at the fences on that one.
Yeah. He was trying to hit that one up to the Bronx.
Yeah. There was no
Well, the one good thing is so far, knock on wood, so far the weather has been halfway decent here in the Northeast.
Yeah. Oh,
and Alex Jackson does deliver. He singles in a run, cutting the deficit to 3-1. Alex Jackson doing what needs to be done. So now the Yankees, Jackson represents the tying run. He stands on first, but again, the Rays have 2 outs in the inning.
Fulmer up to 50 pitches in the third.
Yeah, 2 1/3, 50 pitches. That's not a recipe that's gonna lead to success come regular season.
It's not like he throws very hard. I mean, he's only averaging 92 on the fastball, so it's.
Update: Andrew Velazquez strikes out end of the inning.
He's throwing a lot of sinkers, changeups, sliders, curveballs.
Oh, Bellinger strikes out.
That was not a good at bat by Bellinger at all. I didn't like that at bat at all.
Get rid of him. One
Yeah,
bad
no.
at bat. Get rid of him. I've had enough.
No, that was a bad at bat. But let's see if Goldie can pick it up too.
Well, he's gonna get a new pitcher, as it looks like, unless that's the pitching coach. Nope, they're taking Fulmer
they're
out.
gonna
His
take him
day
out.
is done.
Yeah.
So we think his day is done. You never know; they could
Not
put
a
him
very
back out.
not a very economical day by Fulmer.
No, not a very productive day, but
Yeah, I
that's
don't know
kind
if
of who
this
he
guy.
is. That's who he's been.
Yeah.
He struggled last year.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna. Well, he'll make the team, I'm sure, but
Oh yeah, well,
they don't really have anybody else.
Pirates all they. Oh, and by the way, congratulations to Paul Skeens, opening day starter for the Pirates.
Well, that was obvious.
Hey, you never know. It's the Pirates.
No, I mean,
Look at. Did you forget who their hitting coach is?
I know, but I think Paul
Paul
that was
Skeens
like
is
probably
their
the.
moneymaker
I
right
think
now.
that's like, other than fitting in, like, if as long as Brian Reynolds is healthy, you put Brian Reynolds and Paul.
I actually
Skeens
think
out
the
there,
Pirates are going to be a halfway decent team. Like, I think they hover near 500 this year, which I know that's a low standard to have, but
Yeah, you
Pirates
throw.
fans have not been good. The
Well,
Pirates have not been good in over 10 years. So,
well, O'Neill Cruz needs to stay healthy too.
well, the big thing is you look at the last 2 years, the Pirates, they've been able to get off to a hot start. They have not been able to maintain it. That's the challenge. Is
well, you
they
would think
start
they
well,
would.
they need to finish well.
Their pitching hasn't been good, and although Skeens is going to help that a little bit, but you got to look. Their bullpen hasn't been great, and then
Well, and you know what's
you
crazy?
figure with Hayes, Reynolds, and O'Neill Cruz, they would be okay, but they haven't been healthy.
But you know what's crazy
Cruz
is
hasn't been healthy.
they actually have like a legit shot at the division because that division's not that strong.
Well, I'm hoping Cincinnati plays better than they did last year.
I'm still rooting for Pittsburgh in that case, but
yeah, well, we'll see. Pittsburgh
we're divided on our NL Central teams.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I don't mind Pittsburgh, but
no, I don't like the city of Cincinnati for obvious reasons. That's why I won't root
for
for
the
Reds.
So they're showing the home run leaders in the last. Let's see, the active MLB players.
New pitcher is Tim
Stanton and
Mayza,
Goldschmidt, the
former
top
Yankee, right here
in the top 5. I think there was an MVP season in there for Goldschmidt too, though. So
yes, 0-1 to Goldschmidt upstairs.
A 1.044 OPS, not bad in 30 at bats.
We're in the bottom of the third. We're 2 innings away from this being an official game. Got to get past the 5th, if I remember correctly, to make this official. The reason I say that is, I'll check the radar again, but as of now, that the entire northern part of Florida is expecting some really bad storms in a little while.
Well, there you go.
So they need to play at least a couple more innings to make it official. It's 85 down there, though.
Yeah. Definitely shorts weather.
Yes. Shorts and tank top weather.
Pretty soon up here, it'll be shorts soon.
Not soon enough.
It's going to be in the 50s and 60s this week. With a little bit of rain.
It's still saying around...
Oof.
It's still saying around 3:30, 4 o'clock it's going to hit. So if that's the case, then they have plenty of time to get this in. But when it starts raining, all you see is this big blob of red and orange. So stay safe to the people in Florida. I mean, they're used to it, but for those who are traveling down to Florida for the spring, be careful.
Nice at bat by Goldschmidt here, 3-2.
And he works a walk again.
There you go. Way to go, Goldschmidt. Goldie. Hey, if you don't get your pitch, may as well walk, right?
Yeah.
Good take.
Actually, a nice 60 degrees where I'm at today. So it's nice for now until storms take over. And I did warn Vinny. I'll warn the chat the same. If I cut out or if my internet gives out, it's just because we're going to, like I said, we're getting hit with some nasty storms. Chisholm takes the ball 1-0. All knotted up at 2 in the home game. Yankees down by 2 in the away game. Doing our best to keep up with both. I'm still disappointed that Chisholm hits a fly ball deep in the right. This one's carrying back on the track at the wall, making the catch as the center fielder to end the inning. just missed a home run by a matter of about 3-4 feet.
I think Jazz thought he got it the way he swung at
He
it.
definitely thought he had it.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if the wind might have kept that in play. I don't know which
probably.
direction the wind is blowing, but
Yeah. That was a nice shot.
it was just missed it. So, like I said before, it's really frustrating that this Rays game is not being televised because I would have preferred. The hope was when we planned this stream out was that we would get one person to watch the home game, one person to watch the away game. I was thinking, and if the Twins were to join us, which I know Alex will be popping in a little bit, we let them call the home game. Me and you, Vinny, would talk about the away game. But this is the problem with spring training. It's been this way for years. They don't broadcast every game, and I don't understand. Vinny, I get it. Spring training, not that big a deal. But what are you showing at 1:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday that you can't show a spring training game? Or even a Sunday for that matter?
I don't know. Sunday, there's nothing on except for
Sunday,
I mean, unless you are an NBA or NHL fan.
Yeah, but like I said, on a Tuesday afternoon, what reason is there to not broadcast?
And the Knicks aren't playing great, and neither are the Rangers. So.
We watched. Well, the Rangers won last night, but the Knicks. Me and Luca, we were on the phone watching that one. That one.
Yeah, that was.
Draymond Green is getting under my skin, and I wish Karl Anthony Towns would have won. Sealed the win last night, but
yeah.
You know what? We're 2-1 without Brunson. I said to Luca, I said if we can at least hover around 500 until Brunson comes back, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, that last hit by Chisholm, where he flied out, hit 100.5, and the distance was 385. So
into the third,
wasn't out.
Port Charlotte, Rays still holding on to a 3-1 lead.
So we have Boone on the mic here.
I will say, I miss when he used to be on ESPN.
Yeah,
I actually liked his input when he played on when he broadcasted for ESPN.
His input was good.
Schlitter out there for a fourth inning. He's only thrown 50 pitches, so he's probably got at least another inning or two. He's more than likely going to be playing in AAA. Might actually, if you think about it, with all the injuries, he might get the opening day nod for the Rail Riders.
Probably.
Now, I'll ask you this. Cookie Carrasco has had a very good spring up to this point. What are your odds for him that you think he possibly makes the opening day roster?
I would say...
Because if you ask me, he's pitching a little bit better than Will Warren is right now.
I mean, my money's on Warren more than Carrasco, but do you bring them both up? Because
well, you might have to, because right now the way the rotation looks, you got Carlos Rodon, Max Fried, Clark Schmidt. Who would take those last two spots?
You have to take. I mean, I think you'd have to have Warren and
I would say Cookie Carrasco.
Yeah. So I'd say about 60%, 60, 65. Even a little bit of
like I said, he pitched really good Friday against the Phillies, so.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to be able to. I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to be out there the full season. His arm might fall off during the game.
Well, yeah, that's true, but that seems to be the case with everybody right now.
So we may be looking at some of those bullpen games during the season,
which I don't like. But
well, I mean, you got a guy coming back in Cookie,
but you got to admit the bullpen seems to be the only spot where they've been able to somewhat stay healthy. But that's one of them.
And you're not going to. Yeah, but you're not going to want to pitch Will Warren 200 innings this year.
By the way, I'm getting impatient. I want to see Devin Williams. We have not seen him yet this spring.
Yeah, the airbender needs to go.
We need to see him at least.
We need to see the airbender.
Especially considering if he gets a save situation opening weekend, that'll be against his former team.
That's right. The Brew Crew.
So I would like to see him. Now, granted, again, there's still 9 days left in the spring, so there's still plenty more opportunities to see him. But
I think he's I think they're just looking at other guys,
Yeah, well, we haven't seen many of the regular bullpen players yet. I think Hamilton's only played.
I haven't seen Weaver.
Tim Hill did pitch. Weaver pitched.
Weaver pitched the other
Friday, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah, you haven't. they've only been out there maybe once or twice. So
Yeah, I think you're
yes.
going to see him towards the end of spring, just to
Well,
kind
you
of.
might. I think had there not been a chance for rain, I think there would have been a chance we seen him today. Because
You
with the
might see
split
him in
squad,
Florida. You might
well,
see
because
him
the
in
thing is
Florida.
the with the split squad, obviously they're working with much smaller rosters on both sides,
Right.
and the 1-2-3 inning for Schlitter go to the bottom of the fourth in Tampa.
I think you'll see him. You'll see him in Florida. I think.
I think so. Well, they may not want to pitch him too close to opening day, but
That's
I
true. Well, yeah, that's true
I
because
say if there's a week we're going to see him, it's going to have to be this week.
yeah,
Because
that's
next week
true.
you only got 3 games. You got the home game against the Rays, the away game against the Mets, and then the big league game against the Marlins.
Right. Well, we'll see. See what happens there, sir.
Yes, I still want to see. I don't know if the Tacoma Rainiers ever did it, but you know how like towards the end of spring, sometimes the big league team will face the AAA team at a AAA ballpark. Like on
Yeah.
Sunday, the Giants will play Sacramento in Sacramento. I
Yeah, I
want to
think
see the
they've
Yankees
done
do
that
that.
before. I think the Mariners have done that with Tacoma
I would love to
because
see
they're
the
so
Yankees do
they're
that.
not they're not that. It's not like they're far away.
They're not far
Tacoma,
from Seattle.
Tacoma and Seattle's about probably say about an hour.
I would. Could you imagine the fanfare we would have in Scranton Wilkes-Barre if the Yankees were in town?
That is true.
I would love to see it at least once. Me and my dad always talked about that too. If the Yankees, he's like, oh, they do that just down in Tampa. I said, well, I don't want to see it in Tampa. I'd like to see them do it in Scranton.
Right. There you go.
Fun fact, Vinny, if you don't know, the largest crowd ever at Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Well, two largest. The first one was when Derek Jeter had his rehab assignment in 2014, the
Right.
first year that they rebranded as the Rail Riders. I think they said that place held almost 10,000 people, and the seating capacity is only 8,000, and
Right.
standing room you couldn't even get. And then the second biggest was when Alex Rodriguez had his rehab assignment.
Right.
Oh, we got a new injury. Mark Leiter back.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that he was in the because I did my well I didn't do it. I wasn't even available for it, but I was looking at my fantasy team and I saw Mark Leiter was on the DL.
Yeah.
When I was
Tim
looking
May's
at
out to
pitchers.
pitch another inning against Anthony Volpe. Pitches low, count 1-1.
So ESPN has a good question. Are we losing MLB star pitchers at a higher rate than ever?
Oh yeah, well that's a given because everybody's getting hurt. Everybody's too busy trying to throw 105 that nobody.
Yeah,
can
George
stay healthy.
Kirby, Grayson
Volpe
Rodriguez.
hits a high fly ball on the right. This one is carrying back on the track at the wall, and again it's caught right at the
Caught off the
wall.
wall.
I think that's got to be the wind, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
That feels like it. They're not. Yeah, the wind's blowing in. If you look at the outfield, the wind is blowing in. So two of the last 3 at bats should have been home runs. So Grisham comes up. He has a home run. See if he can do it again.
Yeah, all the pitchers that are hurt. Although the George Kirby injury, I think they have enough pitching to. It's a good thing they didn't trade one of those guys though. In the offseason.
Yeah.
So
In the bottom of the fourth, we're all knotted up at 2 in the home game. Rays lead 3-1 in the top of the fourth in the away game in Port Charlotte.
Volpe hit at 101.6.
Still got a couple of spring breakout games left. Noticed earlier we got some Sunday night baseball tonight. Not on ESPN, but a couple more four spring breakout games remaining. I will say, Vinny, I know you didn't get to see the game yesterday. I am a huge fan of the spring breakout. It is to give the minor leaguers the spotlight that they deserve and getting a chance at seeing the future. It's been very fun to watch. The games have been very entertaining.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean,
That's
even
the way.
last
That's
night's
what it's
game,
supposed to do.
the Orioles, they played a lot better than we did. The base running was on par with, great. I mean, they had an inside the park home run on a routine, maybe not routine, but a fly ball in the left field turned into an easy inside the park home run. I mean, there was just lots of crazy things happening. I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. I'd love to see them do something more with it, like maybe make it a 3-game set or something like that. But it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, well, these guys are trying to make teams, so I
Yes,
mean, it's
the
not like
product
you
has
have a
been
bunch of
amazing.
guys that are just working on stuff, and I mean, they're
Yeah.
working on stuff, but they're also
Well, and you're
trying to
seeing
make,
a lot of guys
trying to
that you
make
don't
MLB
normally
teams.
hear about. Like we saw a couple of draft picks that didn't play in the minors last year get their first at bats.
Right.
So, like I said, I'm a huge fan of it. I've watched a handful of games and I've been happy with everything I've seen up to this point.
Yep. I'm still mad at the show for not having Spencer Jones in their spring breakout lineup. It's
Yeah, I
kind of
guess
a
what
bad thing.
we
Bad thing for me.
we need a little bit of a game review. How you feeling about MLB the show?
I like it. It's better. It feels a little better than last year. The graphics kind of stayed the
They
same.
look
They
the
didn't really
same.
do any upgrade yet because I think this is the first year that it's not on PS4 and Xbox
Yeah.
One. So I think next year you'll probably see a good amount of different changes. The hitting changed a little bit with a
Dom
new
Smith will.
mechanic. Oh
Oh, see, that's gonna
no!
hurt Dom Smith. He
Oh
the shortstop bobbles it, and he was not hustling all the
yeah,
way. See
yeah.
that's not good. That's not acceptable.
No. Oh. But yeah, the
Anyway, we'll
game's
go to the
good.
top of the
The
fifth.
game's good. Again, why was I mean, do they think that I wonder if it goes by last year, but I don't know. Because they have Dominguez in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dominguez is a pipeline guy. They put Dominguez in there, but they didn't put Spencer
Well,
Jones in there.
the problem with MLB the show has been that the standards are so high, and they're not being they're not reaching that expectation that I think fans want. Because, well, granted, yes, MLB the show is still, in my opinion, one of, if not the best sports games we have outside of maybe 2K. But the
Right.
problem is they're falling into the same trap that all the other ones are, just solely relying off of Diamond Dynasty or Ultimate
But I will
Teams. And
I will tell you though, they've changed Diamond Dynasty to the point where you could actually get the good players through just
yeah, but
grinding
the
without
problem
having to
is,
play
real quick, Ben
without
Wright's
having to pay
2-run home
money.
run ties the game at 3 in Port Charlotte. But again, it feels like they're only focusing on Diamond
Well,
Dynasty.
it's
What about the
but
single
that's
players like me, like who like just
but
like
that's
franchise?
but it's the same with every sports game though. It's
Yeah,
like
and that's the problem.
even even like NCAA, they still put a lot into their ultimate team,
Yeah, which that's
so
the problem with today's
that's how
gaming.
these, other than charging us $100 for the game, that's how these companies are making money.
Yeah,
So
and we're getting screwed in the process. That's how I
yeah,
look
we
at it.
are definitely, but you know what, the best online and the way it is, so you don't have to spend a lot of money, is MLB. They at least listen to
Yeah.
the point where they
Well,
listen to
I
the
will say,
fans. Other
San
than
Diego
Madden,
studio at least cares
yeah,
about what they're
yeah,
putting out as a
and
product. Like the gaming product, like the gameplay is solid. Like
you know what it is also is they have content creators
mhm,
working in their offices, and they know
yeah,
what people really want,
and I agree.
and they can still make money.
It
So
sounds like that they're very restricted in a way as to how much they can put in the game. That's at least what it sounds like, and I
yeah,
think
I
that's what's
mean,
hurting them. Because
I
again,
think
people
yeah,
want to see more in franchise mode. The player models aren't that great. I'm going to be honest with you.
no,
The
no,
player
they're
models are
but
not
I
that
think
good.
you'll see next year. I think next year you'll see, oh, there's a number
But
in
see,
front.
that's the problem. That's what every game keeps telling us. Oh, but there's
Yeah.
next year and next year. How many years are we gonna have to wait?
Yeah, I
I mean, the
just,
fact that
again,
you
they
look at
waited
games,
too well. No,
it,
they waited too long
well, the problem
to
is
go to next
you
gen
look at
anyway.
games from 2005 and they're way more in depth,
Hmm. Yeah, of
and
course,
that's 20 years ago.
because online wasn't a great
But even then, why can't
thing.
you have both? You got next
Yeah,
gen consoles that can handle more than any console has ever been able to, and they're
you
not
could
doing
have
it.
both.
It's the same game I played on PS4.
It's all about money, man. That's the way it
That's why I
works.
wish we went back to the open competition of you get two companies to make the game, and
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is
that's what's hurting them.
license ruined Madden,
Yeah.
license ruined. I mean, to a certain extent, NBA. And I mean, at least NBA has a good single player.
Yeah, that's
franchise.
true. Like I said, that's another one where the single player is great, but
I mean, look at
there's always more they can do.
Even WWE's going towards the cards and the online
Yeah,
stuff.
well,
So
I will say I actually was pretty happy with Universe Mode. They finally did something to make it a little better. I mean, I would have liked to see more with the promos, but Yankees have taken the lead. Oswaldo Cabrera has hit his second home run. So
I think we see. I think Schlitter is gonna. I think Schlitter might be done right now.
Yeah, I think so. He's up to 65 pitches. I don't see him going past this inning.
Yeah, because
his not even finish the inning.
His last few pitches haven't looked great.
You could see he's tired, and it's a lot of work for a spring training game. But when you get this close, you tend to start to see this more and more. The pitchers start to go deeper.
So he's thrown a lot. I mean, he's Carson. Let's see. Let me see here. Mesa, Schlitter. I mean, he's pretty. His pitch mix is pretty even. 24 fastballs, 21 cutters. Although cutters and fastballs are kind of the same.
Yeah.
14 sliders, 5 curveballs, and 2 changeups. So throw in the fastballs.
The inning is officially over. They go to the bottom of the fourth and poor Charlotte with the Yankees jumping ahead off of Ben Rice and Oswaldo Cabrera hitting home runs. So the big guys doing their job in the away game, the few that are playing. You like to see that. We'll see the highlights at some point today. Just nice strikeout there. Nice curveball there from Schlitter. Out number 2. So I believe once they complete this inning, this will be an official game, no matter if they go the distance or not. I don't think I checked the scoreboard. Probably should do an out-of-town scoreboard soon, but every game so far has been able to go on no issues. So yeah, no delays, no cancellations as of yet. So like I said, from what the radar showed in Florida, they got about another hour or so. It just makes you wonder with the spring breakout games if those will probably be affected later in the day.
Right.
But an ugly gray 85-degree day. I can only imagine that humidity down there has got to be disgusting today.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, that Florida humidity is no joke. I don't know how many times you've been to Florida, Vinny. I've been there a couple times. That humidity down there is no joke.
Yeah, it definitely rivals up here.
Oh, he had him beat.
That
throw beat him by a mile, and it was a bad throw from Wells.
That was a bad throw. Nothing Volpe could do about that except for block it.
Didn't get a good grip on it when he threw it. Kind of rushed the transfer. He had it, like I said, he had him beat. Throw definitely beat him, but can't have that mistake.
Definitely not.
Count now 3-0 on Frazier. I think if he puts him on here, that's it for Schlitter. But he's had a solid start. 4 2/3, 3 hits, gave up the 2 runs.
Yeah, not
2 walks, 4 strikeouts.
And you'd like to see him kind of work out of trouble a little bit.
And he walks in there, ball 4. We'll wait to see what Boone does here. And yep, here comes Boone. That will do it for Schlitter. He's responsible for the 2 runners. He can't win the game, but all in all, a solid start. I'm pretty happy with the way he performed. So
yeah, pretty good.
Pretty solid game for him.
Although Savant only has him as 1 earned run as opposed to 2. I think.
Was there an error in there?
I don't know. I didn't see an error, but
I don't remember. Yeah, there was an error.
there was an error. So I
That
think Yes is wrong. I think Yes had 2
yeah,
runs.
oh
Two
no,
runs.
because remember the wild throw to first that led to the
Yeah,
run. That's what it
yeah.
was.
So 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 runners on base now. 71 pitches. Not too bad.
No, not a bad day at all. Like I said, ramping up towards opening day, and well, Scranton Wilkes-Barre, they sort of open up on the road. They open up at Lehigh Valley, so they just got a quick trip down the turnpike to Allentown for opening weekend. It's
Good
always
old
fun when those two get together.
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
The Yankees, and you might not know this, Vinny, but throughout most of the minor league levels, the Yankees and Phillies actually have pretty big rivalries between
I can
the
imagine.
minor league system, because in AAA, obviously, you got the Rail Riders and the Iron Pigs, which they only play about an hour from each other, so that's a rivalry in itself. And they actually have on the sign when you enter Coca-Cola Park, which is the home of the Iron Pigs, the things that are not allowed in the ballpark, and they actually say Rail Rider fans are not allowed. I took it personally.
Nice.
But,
a Pennsylvania rivalry.
Little Eastern PA rivalry there. Double A.
It's pretty good. It's nice. You like to see.
I think Double A, they got Somerset and Reading, so they don't really have much of a rivalry, but they do play each other a lot. High A, Hudson Valley, and Jersey Shore, they don't have much of a rivalry. But the lower level, Tampa and Clearwater, they fought a couple years ago. I don't know if anybody remembers that. There was a wild brawl between the two in Tampa, and yeah, remember they trained 20 minutes from each other. So yeah, the Yankees and Phillies, they don't like each other very much. But new pitcher Zach Green.
That's the whole New York Philadelphia rivalry.
Sure. Yeah, but you don't see it in the big leagues.
No. Well, you see the Mets and Phillies.
Well, it's more. I think it's more. Well, yeah, they play in the same division. But when it comes to the Yankees, Phillies, I think it's more the fans who don't. Philly fans hate Yankee fans, but I don't know many Yankee fans that have ill will towards the Phillies.
Right. Yeah.
There was a couple. When the Phillies played the Astros in the World Series, there were a lot of people rooting for Philly in New York, which me, I just wanted to see them both lose, but obviously that can't happen.
Right.
A 2-1 count for Zach Green. I noticed too, watching that spring breakout, I said to Luca, there's a lot of minor leaguers who are very happy with the beard rule because it felt like almost everybody had one in that game last night, like Zach Green does here. It just looks, to me, it just looks wrong, as that'll be a fly out to end the inning. We're halfway home, all knotted up at 2 in Tampa. It just, it's weird. It's taking me a while to get used to.
All right. We're going to see some lineup changes here?
Probably, which this is normally about when they come out.
I saw Boone with the lineup card.
Well, and in a normal spring training game this late, they usually keep them out for another inning or two. But I think with the impending weather, they're probably just going to keep it a half. Yandy Diaz, sacrifice fly, brings in a run. They are all knotted up at 4 in Port Charlotte. That game in the bottom. So 4-4 in the fourth. Down in
4-4 in the fourth. Wow, nice.
But that kid LeBrant has looked much, much better coming back into the game.
Right.
Only giving up that 1 earned run. But the starters that are playing in that game, like I said, have made their presence known. The home run from Rice and Cabrera. Jason Dominguez, tough day. 0 for 3, struck out once. So
that's
not the day he was hoping for.
Yeah. Can't have a great day every single day.
He had a solid day yesterday. 2 for 4, had a triple.
Well, there you go.
He had 2 RBIs and a run scored.
So he's starting to hit a little better.
Well, like I said, coming into today, 348 average over his last 7 games compared to his first 6 when he was only hitting 125. The Yankees right now flirting with 500. They're 10-9, and they had the tie yesterday. Rays 8-9. I think the Pirates, they are 11-9. If you care about the records.
No, I don't care about the records, but
But
maybe
if you're
some people
curious,
do.
if you're curious, Yankees are
Okay.
6th in the Grapefruit League.
6th. Wow.
Peraza leading it off. He's still in there. They'll probably keep guys like him in a little bit longer.
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
Peraza drills one foul. Talking about Bill Belichick in the broadcast, that's disgusting.
Well, they got to talk about something, right?
Yeah, well, because this is, like you said, this is that part of the game where everybody starts to come out. Look at Joe Torre just sitting there chilling. I like how they let him manage at least one spring training game.
Yeah. Well, he's sitting right next to the skip and the skip.
Yep, he definitely. It felt like first half of last year he had actually really learned something from him too. Because first half of the year was probably he was actually managing the team very solid.
Yeah. Well, look how he's very he looks very comfortable with Torrey there.
Yeah.
You know,
so. Joey Wentz is the new pitcher for the
Joey
Pirates.
Wentz,
former Detroit Tiger, had a near 5 ERA last year. So they go to the top of the 5th in Port Charlotte. Just knotted up at 4. We got 2 games going, 2 tie games. How would we feel about both games ending in ties today? That'd be rather disappointing.
That'd be weird.
It almost happened yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yankees have one more split squad for the end of spring. That comes Wednesday. They play the Phillies at 1 o'clock and the Braves at 6:30. Then you'll actually get both games. I won't. I'll be working, but the Phillies game will be on MLB Network and the Braves game will be on Yes. By the way, since I just heard them brought it up, congratulations to St. John's winning the Big East title last night.
Yeah, they're a shoe-in now for the tournament.
I think actually today the bracket is selection day.
Today's selection Sunday. Yeah.
If they can get it up before the end of the stream, maybe we fill out our brackets.
Yeah, we got to figure out. Let me.
By the way, Vinny, just a reminder, if you don't know, Raw starts at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
What does?
Monday Night Raw. Peraza strikes out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
If you see, what's driving me nuts is SmackDown was on normal time, 8 o'clock. The whole world saw it except for America. Because Netflix International showed it live.
Yeah.
The USA was the only place in the world that did not see SmackDown live.
Well, yeah, because somebody said something that it was. Somebody gave it away during the broadcast, I think.
Oh, my Instagram feed was full of everything that was happening. I was livid. I was like, I didn't even bother watching because I knew everything that had happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one who doesn't normally care about spoilers, but that was a little frustrating.
Yeah, they didn't really.
I just don't understand, why can't USA show it in the afternoon? What is USA Network showing that they can't show SmackDown live?
I mean, I guess there's a lot going on USA. Those crime shows, man. You got to watch those.
They're all reruns. And I know this because that was my dad's favorite channel. He loves those crime shows as well. Wells Grounds Out. So unless it's NASCAR, there is nothing they're showing on USA Network that they can't show it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe
I think it's stupid, but at least Monday Night Raw we'll get to watch live. And actually, I kind of like that it's in the afternoon.
Right.
Because I'm home. Sundays and Mondays are my days off. That's why we do most of our streams and recordings Sunday and Monday.
Right.
At least I know I'll be able to watch it during the daytime. I'll just have to go to the gym earlier.
There you go.
Judge takes a strike. It's probably Judge's last at bat here. A 1 on Judge. Fouls that one off. Just missed that one.
Let's see. Let's see. Create a group. Private.
0-2 count on Judge. Here's the pitch. Cut on a missed strike 3. That was a good pitch to hit too, and he just could not.
So what are we naming the group?
I don't even know.
I'll give you the password in the private chat. We should make
this group. We're gonna have the Twins in, right? This is
we should do. I wonder if we do a public group for all if we have viewers on.
Big Blue. I'm trying to think how we can combine the
Big Blue
pile drivers.
Big Blue pile drivers.
Yeah, like what time do they usually do the selections?
Probably in the. I want to say around.
Is it tonight or because I thought they did it in the afternoon? Well, college football they did, but no, that was a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah. I got to get everybody's emails. You want to type everybody's emails in the private chat for me?
Yeah, hold on. 6 o'clock tonight they're doing it. So
6 o'clock. That's what I thought. 6. Put yours in there too, so that I can send this out.
Okay. I'll have Alex put his in when he joins.
Okay.
When does March Madness officially start?
This week, I would think. Probably Thursday.
Is it Thursday?
I think they start games. I think because there's a play-in game. I think.
See, then we couldn't stream today if there's a play-in.
Yeah.
It starts the 18th, so 2 days from now. So that'd be Tuesday.
Okay, so I have yours. So I'm gonna send.
Like I said, I'll have Alex type in because I don't remember both theirs right off the top of my head. I'll have him send both. So Yankee home game is going to the top of the 6th. The Rays game.
Yeah, just let me know.
Still in the top of the 5th. But the Yankees have the go-ahead run on second with 1 out. First and second, only 1 out. Yo, get this Brooklyn Nets. This dude's got a Brooklyn Nets jersey and an Alabama hat. Bro is lost.
Yeah.
He definitely became a fan during the Big Three.
Probably.
So it looks like Weaver.
Luke?
I think that's Weaver pitching.
Yeah, it is
yes,
Luke.
It is.
Yeah.
Luke Weaver became our closer last year. Did a very good job at that.
Nice. 103 strikeouts in 84 innings, 2.89. Nice statistics for him.
Yes.
Like to see those home runs go down a little bit. 10 home runs in 84 innings.
That's a high fly ball in the shallow center. Who's going to get it? Call him off, Grisham, and he does have number 1.
That's it.
A nice start for Weaver here. Actually, pretty. Like I said, this is the part I like about spring is the later the games go, the more the starters stay in. I don't think they've taken anybody out yet, so we still got a regular season type of game right now.
Weaver's stats as a closer were pretty amazing.
Very good. Just a 1.03 ERA, including the postseason.
5 walks.
Only had that one bad game.
Only 5 walks.
Ground ball to second, 2 quick outs.
Yeah, there you go. That's Weaver. He's in opening day form.
So far. This is only his second outing this spring. Pitched on Friday against the other PA team.
I believe him and Max Fried are locker mates. Right next to each other. And Fried said that he kind of likes it.
Update in the Port Charlotte game. Yankees have the bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the 5th. And they grounded into a double play to end the inning.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, damn it.
There you go.
So they're halfway home in Port Charlotte, still knotted at 4. felt like so many Yankee games last year had their chances.
A lot of double plays last
A
year.
lot of
Too.
double plays. That's something they got to work on. Cole Gabrielson was the one who hit into the double play. So we remained tied in both games. I like Luke Weaver's Jordans that he has on right now. Similar to the pair I have.
Those look old school. Those look like
those are the ones. Yeah. Those are the
and they make them in cleats too. Nice.
Those look like the true blues, but they look like the lows.
Yeah, well, low tops. Yeah.
So, former Yankee IKF up to hit against Luke Weaver. Two guys who know each other fairly well.
All right.
2-2 count. Ball's fouled off. So now I noticed they got the ad for Bubba Coos. I thought that was only a New York thing.
No, Bubba Coos is a
is
pretty.
That a chain?
It's a chain, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I never heard of them until I got to Staten Island. They're obviously
on the East Coast. They're all along the East Coast.
Yeah. Well, because we don't have any in PA here. That's a strikeout, 1-2-3 inning, beautiful inning there.
Nice Weaver,
Luke Weaver.
Yeah, they're what do you call it? That big rice ball thing with that's pretty good.
I only had them once, and they weren't that bad.
The Chihuahua, I think it's called a Chihuahua or something.
Something like that. Vinny, well, we got the opportunity. How about we do a little out of town scoreboard? Would you like me to do it, or would you like?
I wonder if I'm up to date here. I don't think I'm up to date.
Want me to do? I got MLB Network or MLB.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, because I think I'm
all right. Well, we have one final today. If you were up at 6 a.m. this morning, you got to see the Chicago Cubs defeat the Yormi Giants by a score of 4-2. Jameson Taillon got the win in that one. That's the last exhibition before opening day, Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. when the Dodgers take on the Cubs in Tokyo, Japan. Right now in the Grapefruit League, as I mentioned, both Yankee games are tied at, the Yankee home game tied at 2, away game tied at 4. In Lakeland, the Baltimore Orioles split squad leads the Detroit Tigers 7-1. That game is in the bottom of the 6th. In the battle for Fort Myers, the Red Sox lead the Twins by a score of 4-1. In the other Orioles game, they trail the Philadelphia Phillies at Ed Smith Stadium by a score of 7-1. In West Palm Beach, the Tampa Bay Rays lead the Washington Nationals by a score of 7-4. That is the Rays' other split squad game. In Dunedin, the Toronto Blue Jays lead the Atlanta Braves by a score of 2-0. That game is in the bottom of the 6th. The New York Mets trail their opening day opponent, the Houston Astros, by a score of 4-0. That game's in the top of the 6th. In the battle for Jupiter, the St. Louis Cardinals are getting blown out by the Miami Marlins. You won't see this in the regular season too much. Marlins lead 10-2 in the bottom of the 4th. In the spring breakout at 4:05, the Detroit Tigers will take on the Atlanta Braves at the Atlanta Braves facility in Northport. In the Cactus League, the Seattle Mariners will take on the Cincinnati Reds at 4:05. The former Battle of the Bay between the A's and the Giants will take place at 4:05. White Sox Rangers will also take place at 4:05. Royals Rockies will take place 4:10. Little battle of Southern California between the Padres and the Angels will take place at 4:10. Diamondbacks Padres will take place 4:10. Rockies and Brewers will take place at 4:10. And then a couple games tonight. You'll have the Mets and Nationals spring breakout game at 5:05. Rockies White Sox 5:05 in their spring breakout. And the Reds and the Brewers will take the national spotlight tonight at 7:40 in their spring breakout game. So that's the one thing I like is when you get the spring breakout, you get just that much more baseball.
You do get a lot of baseball in the spring.
Cody Bellinger, ugly swing there. Count 1-2. Now those later Florida games, we'll have to wait and see if the weather will play a factor. Like I said, some bad storms coming about 3:30, 4 o'clock. But the starter's still in there for the Yankees in both games. Bellinger's got a single there. Nice.
Way to go, Bellinger. Keep hitting.
So I'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt. So what do you think? They come out about the 7th inning then?
Yeah, probably.
They've
You're
stayed in.
probably
This is the latest we've seen them stay.
well. You're probably right. They're probably ramping up now for
Go a little bit later into the
go a little bit
game.
later because they're not. I don't think a lot of these guys are going to play towards the end of spring. Like in the
No,
next.
no. The only game I think that they might play the distance, or at least close to the distance, is when they go to Marlins Park. Get them used to playing in a big league stadium again. They'll play at Marlins Park before heading up north to play the Brewers. Only 11 days away. Don't feel real yet. It feels like just yesterday we did our first spring training broadcast on here.
Yep, that is true. That ball looked a little bit high, but
No challenge.
That was didn't look.
Sean Boyle is the
bad
pitcher for the other Yankee team.
Come on, Goldie, get a hit.
Just missed it there.
Ooh, that was. I think he wanted that. If he'd probably get that one back.
Yeah.
4-seamer at 93 down the middle. I would think he want that back. Just missed it.
See if he gets another shot here. I don't know that he'll see another pitch like that, but runner on first, nobody out. Wentz deals. No pickoff attempt. So we got two very close games for both Yankee teams right now.
Very, very
close. Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt again, just missing it. That was another good pitch to hit. He's right there. He gets one more pitch like that, and I think that's going to the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's
right on it.
Yeah. That's what you're working on.
Yes. At the end of 5, it is still tied at 4. Games are flying by.
Good take.
6th inning already in both.
I love Bellinger's swing. That's so just fluid.
Just missed it again. Yeah. He's right there.
Yeah. Good old Goldie.
So due up for the Yankees in the other game, it's going to be Ben Rice, Jason Dominguez, and Oswaldo Cabrera. So we'll keep a close eye on that one. Comparing Bellinger's numbers a couple years ago to now, he's definitely stepped up. I'd like to see a little more. That's ball 3. Goldschmidt's walked his first 2 times. I think he wants to get a real opportunity here. That was the frustrating part about last night's game, Vinny. In the breakout, you really didn't get a good look at Spencer Jones because he got hit by the pitch.
Oh, did he?
At-bats,
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Goldschmidt fouls this one off. Yeah, he did not really get much of a shot to do what he did last year. Last year, obviously, had that massive game in the breakout.
Yeah. Looks like his timing's a little off, Goldschmidt.
Yeah, just a little. Well, he got that one looked a little more inside.
That one he swung. There. Well, yeah, he swung a little early on that one.
So count is full again for Goldschmidt. Bellinger stands on first.
I wonder if he got fooled on that.
That ball's hit in the left field. That's going to be a base hit.
Nice
at bat there. He gets the hit. So now they got runners on first and second, nobody out. Keeping these guys in to stay on the base pads. So
the Goldie and Bellinger connection here.
Yes. Both have had solid springs. They keep it going today.
If I'm Boone, I think I pinch run for Goldschmidt at this point.
They haven't yet. He's still standing on first.
I don't know.
I think they want to get them their base running reps too. So Chisholm comes up to hit. Chisholm just missed the home run his last at bat. He wants some redemption here.
Yeah.
Lefty on lefty matchup too. So it's a good matchup for Chisholm to work on. You don't see this too much in the regular season. Good chance to work on that here. And he bunts it back to the pitcher. He's got a good play here. Both runners advance. He is thrown out.
Nice
He
bunt.
just
Very good bunt. That was a very good bunt.
he almost beat
Good
it out.
start. Yeah, he did.
What a beautiful play there for Chisholm.
Way to go,
Small
Jared.
ball. You gotta love it.
Second and third, one out. And for Volpe, let's see what not
Volpe
see. This
just
is where
needs
you
to
gotta
put it in the outfield.
yeah. This is where you gotta just be patient and wait for
Get
the
it to
pitch.
the outfield. That's all he needs to do.
Patience. Nice bunt. That was beautiful.
Yeah, he like it, and he ran that hard out of the box. He almost, like I said.
I wish they would. Don't worry about the helmet. Just stop. Like just let the helmet go.
That's not that big a deal.
You don't gotta, because that slows you up too. Like
Yes.
just run. Just run.
A 1 count on Volpe. He's 0 for 2. Got a couple of home runs, but he has struggled this spring, hitting just 143.
And she's struggled in more ways than one, my friend.
Yes, Ben Rice up to bat. He's 2 for 3 in the other game. Swing and a miss. He's trying to do too much here. The infield's playing in for Pittsburgh, so I would assume the outfielders are playing in as well.
Pirates are working on their situational defense here.
All in the dirt. Count 1 and 2 on Volpe. We're in the bottom of the 6th in Tampa, top of the 6th in Port Charlotte. Both games all tied up. Volpe looking to change that here. Ben Rice looking to do that in the other game. 1-2. Swung on it, missed in the dirt. I can't. Oh.
That was not a
good at bat for Volpe. Ben Rice strikes out also for out number 1. Jason Dominguez comes up to hit. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout.
That ball was even out of the hand. That ball looked low. I mean, I don't know how he didn't see that.
I'll bring up Grisham. He's got a home run in this one.
All we need is a base hit. We don't need a home run.
Just a base hit. That's in there for a strike.
That's a good pitch too. That started outside.
Too.
I mean, that started inside and then just kind of.
Grisham 1 for 2. He's hitting 294 this spring, so
yeah,
he definitely had a solid spring. I said before, we can get this in the regular season. Beautiful.
I think everybody would take 294. I think people would be ecstatic over 294.
Well, except for the analytics people. I want 294. That batting average doesn't matter. What about his exit velo and his launch angle?
Yeah, but as long as his on base percentage is okay, I think.
All you baseball nerds.
Well, the analytics people will be happy if his on base percentage is up there. So they don't. I mean, even.
Well, and actually, I'll tell you the truth. I think on base percentage is one of the most underrated stats in the game.
Yeah.
That's low count 2 and 1. Jason Dominguez. Looks like he just hit a home run. I can see the infamous in-play runs. Yep, Jason Dominguez hits a solo home run, his third of the spring. The Yankees take the lead in Port Charlotte.
Dominguez. Way to go.
I want to be able to see this. This is driving me nuts, this MLB game day nonsense.
We tried to get him with that same pitch.
But that means now Rice, Cabrera, and Dominguez have all homered against the Rays today.
Nice.
3-1 count on Grisham. So far, I would say offensively, a solid day from that team. That's inside well, and Grisham works a walk. Nice at bat there.
Must be working on that cutter. Pretty sure he's working on that cutter. He threw that pitch two in a row.
So now this is a massive at bat here for Dominic Smith. And I say that just because obviously he's fighting for a roster spot that you and I think he deserves up to this point. This would only add to that. He's hitting .310 this spring. He's got 2 home runs, 11 ribbies through 29 at-bats. Swing and a miss. He was looking for the bleachers there.
Yeah.
I noticed that between him and Volpe, they're being very aggressive, and that's kind of hurting them.
Yeah.
Cabrera with a single in the Rays game. Ball low and away. Count 1-1. So Oswaldo Cabrera stands on first with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Yankees holding a 5-4 lead in that one. So Dominic Smith is 5th in the Grapefruit League with 11 RBIs. Pablo Reyes flies out in the Rays game, 2 outs. This almost feels like, Vinny, like a red zone in a way. Going from back and forth game to game.
Yeah, there you go.
Another bot in the chat. Welcome.
Welcome to the bots.
Jerk off. 1-2 count on Dom Smith. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the Yankees strand the bases loaded.
Dom. Come on.
So we go to the 7th. Still knotted up at 2 in the home game.
Man.
Tough at bat for Dom, tough at bat for Volpe. I think if we look back at this game, I think those 2 at bats could be a massive deciding factor in this one. There's 2 outs in the away game. Yorbit Vivas is up to hit. That kid's got some pop. He's had a solid spring. He's 2 for 3 with a strikeout in that one. So who do we see come in next for the Yankees? I don't know. Do you put Luke Weaver in? He didn't even get 10 pitches that last inning. Do you give him a second inning, or do you go to somebody else?
I don't think I give him a second inning.
Oswaldo Cabrera caught stealing to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th in Port Charlotte. Yankees with the lead now thanks to Jason Dominguez hitting another home run. I'd like to see if there's any highlights on social media from that game. Okay, so here's something interesting. From White Sox camp, Joey Gallo has announced he will be pitching. Okay, all right. So here's the tweet. After being released by the White Sox this morning, Joey Gallo announced on social media that he will continue his baseball career as a pitcher. Penny?
Really?
What do we take away from this?
I mean,
it's breaking news right now. It's taken over social media.
I don't know what I think about that. That's pretty interesting. I guess if you're hitting, if you're not hitting.
Problem is when he can get a hold of one, he's a great hitter. It's that he's got to do something about that uppercut swing that he has. That's his problem.
Yeah.
If he can learn to be more of a contact hitter, he wouldn't be so bad. Also, Royce Lewis left the Twins game with a hamstring strain. You don't like to see that this close to the end of spring training. But yeah, Joey Gallo tweets, "It's been fun in the outfield." His next tweet, just to be clear, "I will be pitching."
There you go.
We got a new pitcher for the Yankees. The Yankees in the other game have officially started substitutions. JC Escara has come in. Oswaldo Cabrera's day is done. Solid day for him. Jason Dominguez's day is done. Solid day for him as well. So I imagine we'll be seeing more of the same in this game as well, the home game. And there were a couple of changes. Spencer Jones is in for Trent Grisham playing center, and TJ Rumfield has replaced Paul Goldschmidt at first. And Wilking Rodriguez is the pitcher. This is going to be the tricky part, Vinny, with covering both these games, is trying to make sure I can stay up to date on everything from both.
Right.
We'll do our best. And just like that, the Rays have tied it. Christopher Morel, a solo home run. God damn it.
I think I got the scoreboard to work on our Twitch stream.
I'll check that out. I'll check it out if I can find my Twitch.
You may not be able to do it just yet. You may have to.
Something new. We'll try. Still kind of getting the hang of Twitch. We got a couple followers. Thank you. I'm checking it now. Oh, I don't see it. Yeah, nothing there.
No, probably needs to probably need to reload it.
Yeah, no, nothing. Well, we got our stuff up too, so just got a little up. We got the upcoming schedule on the bottom ticker for if you're wondering. I think most of these games are supposed to be televised. I know all the home games will be on Yes or Gotham. Now after today, so Clark Schmidt, his start got pushed to tomorrow. He will now start against the Toronto Blue Jays on the road against Kevin Gaussman. So they just pushed Schmidt back a day. Not entirely sure why, but
I don't know why I did that. I was just
I was about to say yes.
that's something that was the I was seeing if we could get rid of that, but I guess not.
No, I tried to. I
Yeah.
didn't have much luck. It don't really matter.
Okay, that's okay.
But yeah, Clark Schmidt will make his start tomorrow. Max Fried will start Tuesday against the Red Sox. That'll be on Yes. That's always a fun one. A little preview of the rivalry there. And they do not have starters yet for Wednesday's split squad.
There you go. Wilking Rodriguez.
But looking at the upcoming schedule, it looks like every game, for the most part, will be televised. I don't see any that won't be. The Mets game will be on SNY, so I think. Okay, so the only one that won't be televised will be that Marlins game at Marlins Park. So everything else will be televised. So it figures the one game we want to see in the big league ballpark, we will not see.
Right.
I always say that. I'll be honest, Vinny. My favorite part of spring has always been the last 3 days because then you start to see games in the big league stadiums again, like the Angels Dodgers do like their version of the Mayor's Trophy game. Although I think it's kind of stupid how the Dodgers are going to play and the Cubs are going to play 2 regular season games and then go back to playing exhibitions.
Yeah, well, they did that last year with San Diego.
Well, yeah, that's what they normally do. They'll, when they travel to another country. But Dodgers Angels is always a big deal for spring training. It was always the same thing with the Giants and the A's. They always played the Bay Bridge series right before the end of the spring. But like I said, that's always been my favorite part because then opening day is just about here when you start to see the games in the big stadiums.
Right.
Now, if you're curious, Vinny, I don't know if you saw, but the opening day starters for the Dodgers Cubs Tuesday morning, it will be Yamamoto versus Imanga. And then game 2 will be Roki Sasaki versus Justin Steele.
There we go.
So it should be interesting. Vinny, what do you say? Maybe we should live stream Dodgers Cubs at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Why not?
I don't.
You want to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to prepare for a stream?
I mean, that'd be great.
I'll be honest, Vinny. I think if the Yankees were playing, we would almost have to.
Yeah, well, they did play. Didn't they play in Japan a few years
back? Against the Rays. I think it was 09, 08, something like that. That was what was A-Rod's first year? Because that was when it happened.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, 08. I thought they played more recently over there.
No. No, it's been a while. The last international game they played was technically last year against Diablos Rojos, but that didn't count.
Yeah. I know the Mariners have
actually
played
no.
over there.
Okay, now I remember. The most recent one was in London, regular season.
I know the Mariners have played over there to start their season.
Yeah, if you remember, that was Ichiro's last.
Yeah.
So stretch time in Tampa.
So
still knotted up at 2. We're really
starters still in.
We're really still on pace for 2 ties right now.
Yeah. I think.
But yes, as you said, starters are still in. Well, like I said, they did take out a couple. Goldschmidt's out, Grisham's out.
The wind blowing in
Yeah,
Florida.
it's got the American flag is in all sorts of knots right now.
Typical
So at the
Florida
end of 6, the Yankees and the Rays are still tied at 5. That one's seeing a lot more offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. We got pitching. We got a good. I mean, I don't know how good these pitchers are going to be in the regular season, except for maybe Luke Weaver. But
yeah, in the top of the 7th in the Rays game, we're going to see JC Escara get his first at bat.
Nice.
Still a cloudy day, but in Tampa, but I noticed the clouds aren't as dark as they were at the start of the game. So both games are official either way. Whenever the rain does kick in, and yes, there are ties in the minor leagues. So if these games do get called, they will mean literally nothing towards the record.
There you go.
So at least
our good old buddy,
games in.
Our old buddy Rob Refsnyder.
Yes,
hit a home run today.
I actually liked Rob Refsnyder too. I was disappointed when he was gone, but at least we know, Vinny, the stream did not go to waste. We still got both games in. Because when I checked the weather last night and I saw thunderstorms all day, I was like,
So,
one of those days in Florida.
Did the Red Sox hit 5 home runs in that game?
They're up 6-3.
6 home runs?
6 solo home runs.
Refsnyder hit one?
Did you see in college baseball the other day? Minnesota was playing Kansas, and Kansas hit 5 straight home runs against Minnesota. That would have been a major league record. That's never happened before. And that would end up leading to Kansas beating Minnesota 29-1.
So they've hit 3 home runs, looks like.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, right now the Joey Gallo news is taking over.
Right.
Baseball, social media.
Looks like Yoshida hit a single that would have been out in 18 of the 30 ballparks. I don't know how that. Maybe he was too slow getting to first. Don't know how that happened, but interesting.
Yeah. Now, did you see in those exhibition games out in Japan, the Hanshin Tigers went 2-0 against the Dodgers and the Cubs?
Nice. This proves the world is catching up to us in baseball.
Well, the scouts got to be watching, thinking.
Well, the world's already kind of caught up to us in baseball, except for the I don't know, England and all.
Well, yeah, no, that's different,
but I mean your Latin American countries are going to be really good.
Yeah, well, right now the World Baseball Classic is setting up.
Japan, Korea.
Yeah, the World Baseball Classic, they're definitely setting up for a special tournament next year's.
I see us as like probably the 3rd best team.
Well, what's funny is everybody talks about how the Dominican Republic are the favorites, but that's exactly what happened last time. They didn't get out of the first round.
I think it's Cuba.
Well, see, the only problem with Cuba, Vinny, is once the major leaguers make their way to America, they're not allowed to play for Cuba. Remember?
Yeah, I know. But I still think
we could actually see the best Cuban players from MLB represent.
Yeah, but they still put great teams together.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say great. I say decent.
But they're still good. They're still good though.
But you know what? If the U.S.
But I think I'll take that back. Japan's probably the best team.
Well, yeah, Japan, the DR, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. I would put in my top 4.
Yeah,
I would say the problem with the World Baseball Classic is you're not going to get the best of the best from America.
No, that's
the problem is when you play it, it doesn't matter. It's always
Judge isn't going to play. Judge isn't going to play on that team.
No, actually, Judge said otherwise. Judge says he's considering it. He wants to do it. So
I wonder if he's going to talk. I wonder if he's going to talk to the Yankees about that because
that's the thing. If you remember in the 2013 tournament, what happened with Mark Teixeira?
Well, look at all the stuff that happened with Edwin Diaz.
Yeah,
and that's just the Mets.
That was a freak accident. I don't blame the WBC for that.
No.
That was just a freak incident. That could have happened at any point.
I know, but if he wasn't there,
I
It
still
wouldn't
think,
happen.
I joked with Alex and Luke about this. If the Yankees aren't that serious about a World Series, let them play. Let them
Yeah.
play. If you're not going to go all in on a World Series and you're going to try to convince us you are, let them play in the WBC. Let them have something to play
We'll
for.
have to see what the offseason looks like next year.
Yeah.
Before
Well, we
they-
know now
before
Cole
they-
definitely won't be in it. I know people
No.
were talking about it. Cole never mentioned anything of it.
I think again, Devin Williams will be in it. Wasn't
Update
he in it
bottom
last
of
year?
the seventh, tied at 5.
Wasn't Devin there last year, or the last time they did it?
Last time they did it, I don't think so.
Oh, maybe he
Was
wasn't.
he? Unless was, because I don't think it was with Team USA.
Oh, was he with a different team?
I don't remember.
I don't know,
But if you didn't see, Vinny, the pools are officially out for the WBC. I'll pull it up real quick.
Well, guys like Trout played.
Well, yeah, Trout said if he gets the invite, which he should.
I mean,
he'll be playing.
He's the most injured player.
Well, yeah, but then again, he's also got nothing to play for.
That's true.
In Anaheim, so.
Yeah, they got rid of his buddy Shohei.
What's sad was, I remember he was having a conversation with Mookie Betts on this podcast that Mookie has, and the saddest thing I ever heard as Wells reaches on a walk, Judge comes up to hit, is Mike Trout actually asked Mookie Betts, "Is this what the playoffs are like?" That broke my heart when he said that. I'm like, this man deserves so much better.
I think he signs with Philly before his career is over.
No, because
I think that's where he wants to. I think
yeah,
that's where
but
he wants
he's
to
loyal
go.
To the Angels. He will not leave the Angels.
I don't know.
And
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't want him though.
Yeah, but is Philly actually going to pay him though?
No, after his contract's up.
Yeah, but even then, how much is how much can be looking?
He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna ask for that much after his contract's up to play with his, according to him, hometown team, because he rooted for the Phillies back.
Yeah, but he was a Yankee fan growing up.
No, he was a Phillies fan. He grew up in South. He grew up in.
Yeah, but he's a big Jeter fan.
Oh, but I mean, every time I see him, he's always wearing Philly stuff.
Yeah, but Eagles stuff. But so, Vinny, if you're wondering, for the World Baseball Classic, the United States will be in Pool B, which will be played in Houston, Texas. They will share that with Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and then either Germany or who is the other, or Colombia.
I think Mexico.
Mexico always plays us tough. We haven't beaten them in a long time. We lost to them in 2013. We lost to them last tournament.
How's Colombia? How is Colombia?
Colombia is very good. They looked amazing in the qualifiers.
So I think probably Mexico though.
And they gave I think it was the U.S. last tournament.
But all things being equal, we should come out of that.
Oh yeah, it's just getting past Mexico is going to be the challenge.
Well, you kind of need that.
Cut on him, miss strike 3. Judge strikes out again.
I mean,
I'm disappointed Canada won't be in this pool though. Canada's going to be in the San Juan pool.
Yeah.
Against Panama, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and
I'm
going to assume probably Colombia.
I don't think they're going at it. I don't think they're coming out.
No, but it would be it'd be the satisfaction of if we could beat Canada again would be nice, especially after what happened in the hockey tournament.
Yeah.
But we will see Great Britain versus the U.S. again, so we'll get that matchup.
Not sports wise, I don't know. I don't blame Canada for how they feel about us.
Stolen base attempt.
So that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, remember we always try to preach we're not political.
We're not politically, but I still don't. I don't.
We keep everything neutral.
And they're not booing us Americans. So just to keep it that way at least.
Well,
they're not booing us as Americans. They're booing certain people. So.
But nonetheless, the only way we see Canada in the next World Baseball Classic will be if they win their pool, and that's going to be a tall task in itself, having to get past Puerto Rico, Panama, Cuba, and more than likely Colombia. That's going to be a challenge. But end of the inning, we go to the top of the 8th in the home game. All knotted up at 2. Definitely been a pitcher's duel in this one. Oh, we have a guest, I see. I'd like to welcome
gentlemen.
Alex.
What's up?
We're just talking World Baseball Classic.
Big Blue.
Yes. So I thought I'd come out with it right away. I don't know how much you guys have seen on social media.
We were just talking about Joey Gallo.
That's what it was going to be.
Okay. Yeah. I just saw it maybe an inning ago. Yeah. I said, you know what? If Joey Gallo would stop focusing on the home run ball and he could get rid of that uppercut swing, he can be a solid hitter. I don't know.
Well, he's a doofus, and let's see, 3.5 years later, I'm doing my victory laps backwards.
Yeah. Well, he was a good hitter. Not.
Yeah.
It's
just, it was always a
home run or nothing.
It was home run
better in Texas.
He was way better in Texas.
Now, Alex, how much of these games have you seen? If not, I'll give you a little.
I have not seen much other than the MLB notification of Jason Dominguez going long.
Okay, so in the home game, it's been a pitcher's duel. Schlitter looked very good. He only gave up one earned run. The other run came on an error by Chisholm, which I don't think was necessarily Chisholm's fault because I think Volpe should have went for it. It was a double play opportunity. Chisholm ran over to the shortstop side, had to come all the way back to second, and IKF kind of threw off his throw. He slid through him. No fight. So it's been a pitcher's duel. Schlitter looked good. Grisham hit a home run. In the away game, the starters really stole the show. As you said, Dominguez hit a home run, Cabrera hit a home run, and so did Ben Rice.
Oh, he's just been cooking it up a little lately.
Yes, he has. But the pitching in that game has not been that great. But it's tied. If both games are tied, 5-5 in the away game, 2-2 in the home game. I said to Vinny, I'm still not over the fact that the Rays did not broadcast this game. I'm not happy about it.
I just don't understand why.
That's what I said to Vinny. I said, I'm sorry. There's no excuse that you can't broadcast every game. What are you showing on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock that's more important than a game? Like, nothing. So, Yuri De Los Santos is the new pitcher.
It looks like we got some wholesale changes, too.
Do we?
New first baseman.
Yeah, that was last inning.
Oh, well, we got...
I'm checking now.
Check and see, because I think we would...
So, Duke Ellis is now in left.
Dick Ellis.
Yeah, I can't stand Duke Ellis. Jackson Castillo is in. Okay, cool. We froze. That's nice. In right field. Rafael Flores, he played in the breakout game last night. He's the new catcher. Matthias is the new second baseman. Lombard Jr. is in at short. And Jesus Rodriguez is at third. He also played in last night's game. In the other game, there hasn't been as many drastic changes because it's mostly minor leaguers anyway. But in the other game, they did substitute for everybody. But I won't go through all those just because we can't actually see what's happening anyway.
Yeah, the only other person that I can see that they haven't subbed for yet is Dom.
Now, Tommy Pham, it looks like the Pirates have kept most of their starters in.
Yeah, Bart's still in there. Pham's still in there.
See, the problem with the Yes App / Gotham Network is every time I try to reset my password, I never get an email.
And I guess you never got that TV issue fixed?
No. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Lucas said you were having a problem the last...
Yeah, he showed us.
The last year, it's just freezing. Like, what is going on?
You tried calling Fios?
I feel like we did that once and it did nothing, but I have to re-experiment it with this. It's literally the Yes Network and SNY. That's it.
Really? That's weird. Maybe they don't want you to get either one.
Now I'm noticing as they're showing this Gotham Sports app, those clouds are starting to get darker. Now,
yeah.
Alex, I've been trying to keep up to date with the weather in these two games. They're expecting massive storms between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. So, I mean, these are official games now either way because they both got past the 5th, but I would not be surprised if rain ends up
being a factor,
becoming a factor, which I thought it would be sooner, but so far every Grapefruit League game has gone uninterrupted.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Well, we knew this, but why?
I was looking at the wrong email.
That would do it. Oh, speaking of emails, Vinny's putting together a a March Madness bracket thing.
Okay.
He needs your guys' emails, you and Luca.
Okay, let me.
The brackets, they come out at 6 o'clock, so we won't be live when they
Yeah.
come out, but maybe we'll post to both our Twitters, our brackets, and we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see how we do, because
just
none of
throw
us
it
are
in the-
diehard college basketball fans.
No,
I know
we're
we're all
not.
rooting for St. John's.
Throw your email in the private chat whenever you get a
Of
chance.
course. Okay, now this is being stupid. No, I don't want to create a new password.
Yes, you do. Stop lying to yourself.
Oh, that comes out.
So in the away game, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, the Rays have the bases loaded. On the mound is still Sean Boyle, and he gets out of trouble.
They
Strike out to end the inning. So we go to the top of the 8th, and Port Charlotte still tied at 5.
They
came
don't
out-
get out of trouble.
they come out with the new St. Patrick's Day hats for the Yankees.
Yes, they did. They
Yeah.
actually, I think that's tomorrow, isn't it?
I want to see what they look like.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. Yeah, Sean, you better know because you're Irish.
Yeah, exactly,
I know, but
Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
aren't you? Vinny, aren't you Irish too, or no?
Hell no.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm stupid.
I'm Italian and Filipino, bro.
So Yankee home game goes to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 2. I'm going to be really upset if both these games end up in a tie.
I don't see. Maybe they're sold out.
Maybe
It
it
might
was
be. I mean, because they came out with that over a month ago.
Yeah, I know they came out early, but
There was 2. There was all green,
yeah, I have one from a few years back.
and the other one was a white top, green brim, and the logos had the orange kind of flag-looking colors.
Yeah,
Yeah, they probably sold out. That's a huge
not-
seller.
I'm not seeing them on. I'm not seeing them on Fanatics.
Try MLB Shop. You probably have a better shot there.
Oh, I think it's the same, isn't it?
Is it the
Isn't
same?
I think Fanatics and them have the same merchandise. Yeah, no, nothing.
Nothing? Yeah, then they probably
No.
sold out.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, no, they seems like they got some.
Probably not.
Wow,
many.
these are holy crap. These
I
are
was
great.
actually at the Lids like a week or
Green
two ago, and I thought about it, but I didn't. They only had the one with the white top, and I know once I sweat, that thing is.
Yeah, they
done
got
for.
the Kelly Green with the shamrocks on them,
Yeah,
but they don't have my size, so
there you go. That's the only way that can be.
they only have five sizes left.
What do they have?
6 7/8, a 7, a 7 1/8, a 7 1/4, and a 7 3/8.
Oh, this
That's for the low profile. So
Yeah, I got
one,
the
like,
7 3/8. That's
for
my
the
size.
fitted. They only have 2 sizes left: 7 1/8 and 7 1/4.
Nice.
So, oh well.
Yeah, I only hats I really like to collect now
I
are
mean,
the
I could
ones
get the
anything with a
adjustable
patch on the side or the
ones.
military hats. The military hats are
Not really a big.
I
Fan
did
of the-
see when I was at the gym this one guy had
the
a
military hat right
Yankees
here.
a Yankee. It was a hat. It was Yankees on one side, the other being Mets, and the back saying Bing Bong.
Yeah, that's the side talk stuff. I mean, as Spencer Jones comes up to hit, unless your name is Spider Cuz, you should not be wearing that hat.
Right.
I don't know how much you know about side talk, Vinny, but
No, I know nothing about it.
you're missing out. It's great.
Yeah.
As Spencer Jones strikes out one away.
Spencer Jones. Oh well.
Side talk basically, Vinny, just shows the crazy side of New York. This is what happened. It shows what happens when you give New Yorkers a camera and a microphone.
Oh well,
Oh, it's entertaining.
that's got to be.
Especially after Knicks victories.
Well, that's how they became famous, was after they won the playoff game against the Hawks a couple years ago.
Oh, there we go.
Well, here comes Lombard Jr. Chopper to short.
First pitch
Bad
swinging.
throw to first, but he still gets him.
First pitch swinging.
Almost beat that out. So now we're officially at minor league ball here in the bottom of the 8th.
These are.
But the starters stayed in longer than I thought they would. They stayed until through the 7th, which, like I said, normally around the spring, this time of spring, that's pretty normal. But considering the weather, I wasn't sure if they would. But here's Rafael Flores. Like I said, he played in last night's game, had a hit. Swing and a miss. Alex, what shirt is that? Oh, Daytona. I thought that was a Penn State shirt. I was like, wait, what the hell are you
Why
wearing?
the hell would I wear Penn State?
You've surprised me before.
In what regard?
Well, wasn't it you who messed up thinking you had a new hat and it was ended up being a Patriots hat?
Yeah. So
Yeah, you
when
might
we
as well
were,
tell that story because I don't think Vinny knows that.
Oh, there we go.
when we were in Bama, my friend brought these hats, all these bunch of hats, because he thought it would be a good connecting scheme to network. And someone would walk up to him, hey, you're a fan of this team. He's really
Here's
a
a hat.
Bucks fan,
Yeah.
Oh,
but like that's one of the ways he actually got to talk to Diana Rossini,
oh, nice.
because Rossini was like, "Oh, you're a Patriots fan. Oh, they're looking good."
The
And,
one that Diana Rossini, the same that makes up stuff about the Jets all the time. That hates the Jets.
Luca
That
would
I
beg
I
to differ.
can't stand her. I can't stand her.
A lot of Jet fans can't.
Oh my god.
And Luca has that polar opposite opinion, but I mean that's
Yeah.
not really surprising. So we went down there and whatnot. He had a Giants hat with him. Then he told me that. So he puts a hat on my head. It takes a picture of it. Now, because of the colors, I'm like, maybe this is a Giants hat. And then I turn it around. I'm like, you
bastard.
you bastard! You put a Patriots hat on my head and took a picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
By the way, little out of town update: the Orioles have defeated the Tigers 7-1. First final of the day.
Minnesota showing some life against the Red Sox, by the way.
Yeah. So both games still tied. The home game goes to the top of the ninth, tied at 2. The Rays game is in the top of the 8th. Yankees have runners on first and second with nobody out. Ben Rice is still in there, up to hit now. See if he can hit. He's 2 for 4 on the day. He's got 2 RBIs after he hit the 2-run home run. So we'll see if he can make it 3 for 5. What's going to drive me nuts is something tells me this Rays game is going to finish long after the home game.
This is an idiotic take on Twitter. So someone says, "What sports opinion do you defend like this?" And it's like a whole bunch of people. And
against one.
Saying y'all wrong. This take is Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback of all time, but never had the team or coaches to win multiple Super Bowls like Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
God, no, stop right there.
I would say he had more than what Tom Brady had around him.
Yeah.
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 I mean, Bill Belichick's pulling guys that work at freaking Walmart.
Rodgers was kind of a choke artist. He only ever had that one Super Bowl. That was it.
He is a choke artist.
Oh, I remember watching him against the Seahawks back when the Seahawks were good.
When they choked in 2014.
He did not play well in Seattle.
No.
Shanahan owns his ass.
Yeah. So
Tyler Wilson flies out for out number 2. Yankees still have runners on.
I'll leave you to the last name of the pitcher there, Sean.
That's a high fly ball into right, and catch is made on the track, 1 away. I'm gonna guess Zastrinsky.
Zastrinsky.
Because there's a Z in there.
But there's an NY.
There's no
there's no ski at the end though.
No Z.
Zastrinsky.
See,
Alex is better.
I'm not even gonna try it.
It's a good thing, Vinny, we're not doing this for a network because this is a horrible look.
Yeah, but they would have the phonetical. They would have the phonetical chart.
Yeah, they would have the phonetical pronunciation.
True.
Yeah,
I still think we would butcher it.
Remember,
this guy looks like he's 35.
Yeah, he looks old. We used to get them at even at Ferry Hawk games.
Yeah, we did. But if you remember, there was one player that we were pronouncing wrong the entire season.
Yeah,
they never corrected us.
Yeah, well,
we probably weren't supposed to say that, but we did anyway because we don't work for him anymore.
Yeah,
yeah. If you remember, Garrett Keeber.
Yeah, Keeber.
Yeah, his last name was pronounced Keeber, but it was spelled Cuber, and that's how they had it for pronunciation was Cuber. And then he waited till September to tell us.
Yeah.
It's probably Zastrinsky. or some stupid
Yes,
stuff
Drizzy.
like that. But yeah, they used to do that when I used to be in the press box for the Giants. Is they used to have the pronunciation.
So the
Yeah, they give
Yankees
it
had the
Easiest.
in
Yep.
the Rays game. They had 2 on, nobody out. They did not score. They're going to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. So it's Zastranzy versus Delay, and in Delay walks. You notice it's getting darker there, right?
Yeah,
It looks like the lights have taken
it's
over.
getting windier. It's getting windier over here.
That
too.
rain is. I'll check the radar. It's definitely close. Let them play through the thunderstorm. I do not care.
Let them play.
Let
Which
them
one? The
play.
Rays. I know you said both games are projected, but where's it closer to?
So I'm pulling it up now.
I mean, you might as I know the Zastrisny just walked a guy, but why is that's ironic. The guy who was just hitting, his name is
So the
Delay.
rain is right on top of them. It's gonna happen any minute now.
Oh, it's gonna.
So we may not see a
Gonna
bottom of the
start
ninth.
pouring.
Look how dark it is. It looks like a night game. Is that's going to be a double? No, not a double play.
Oh.
Just beat it. Look, it is dark.
Is this Nick Solak?
Nick Solak.
Yeah, former Yankee minor leaguer.
Former Yankee, former.
But yeah,
Texas
Alex, to
Ranger.
answer your question, because Tampa's closer to the coast, it's closer to. Well, actually, no, they're both on the coast. Never mind, I'm stupid.
Yeah,
But it's closer to Tampa, if you're wondering.
Yeah, we traded his ass for
That was for
Drury.
Gallo? Oh, it was Drury. Okay.
It was a 3-teamer.
Okay, so yes, okay, yeah, all right, they changed it. It's Derek Hall hitting. They had somebody else that had been. Derek Hall played all of last year with the Indianapolis Indians, the Pirates AAA team. Those Indians are okay, but Cleveland Indians, no go. And that is a high fly ball on the right. This one is gone. He crushed it, and the Pirates take a 4-2 lead.
That was a sinker that I don't think that sank enough.
No, not even close.
This is why he's been on the.
Yeah, he cranked that.
Yeah, it should have rained about 5 minutes ago. God damn it.
He cranked that big time.
This is why
What's the exit velo on that?
106.4 on your radio dial. And let's see if I can get. Oh my god. Let's see.
Yeah, he hit that one up into the concourse area.
I would have been out in 28 to 30 parks.
Which two would they not be out of?
Kauffman Stadium and Sutter Health Park, in, I believe, in Sacramento.
Alex, I'll fill you in on this too. When Trent Grisham hit his home run, now keep in mind Steinbrenner Field's a major league field right now. It said it would only be out in 1 out of 30, and that would be Steinbrenner Field. You know what's wrong with that? They have the exact same dimensions as Yankee Stadium, but it says it would not be out of Yankee Stadium.
It said if you look at Savant, it says it would not have been out in 29 stadiums. Only
Steinbrenner Field would have been the only one.
Yep.
That I don't get.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alika Williams comes up to hit with 2 outs in the ninth.
Wonder if maybe Savant knows something we don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I was kind of right with
and that's a high fly ball in the left. And the catch will be made. We go to the bottom of the ninth, if there's a bottom of the ninth, as it is getting darker. Yankees now trail 4-2, as Michael K says. Do they have a rally in their bones?
No.
We'll wait and see.
Zastra's name is 32.
Oh, but that's
that makes sense.
That's right.
So I obviously knew he was not going to be 35, but.
So in the other game, Sean Boyle is still pitching. He's in his 4th inning of work. He has a runner on first with 2 outs, but the game is still tied at 5.
Win probability 91.6 for the Pirates.
Did Byron Buxton get hurt again?
No, Royce Lewis did.
Royce Lewis was hurt. Yeah, Royce Lewis got hurt again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vinny, what's the win probability in the other game?
Let me see. Oh, it's, I believe. Let me see. Dang it. Oh, they didn't. You know what? It's not bringing it up for some reason.
Oh, I just got.
Why can't
I just seen a highlight video of the Dominguez home run. It wasn't a no doubter, but
Right.
it got out nonetheless.
I'm efforting that as we speak, sir. Give me a sec.
Yep, you're good.
I don't think it's
And
only giving me.
does it not have one because it's not on TV?
I think so. There's no game feed. It's only a game day.
Well, an
feed.
MLB game day is not showing me everything, so
Yeah, I think I don't think they have one. Although it is.
so they go back to Tampa. The wind is blowing heavily in, but they are still playing. So right now it's a race against time, but we still want to see a Yankee comeback. So
I want to say
want to
this.
do it, they got to do it quick.
This chart that it shows when you hover over it, it says the Yankees are win probabilities higher by a little bit.
Well, so that game just ended in the 8th. They go to the top of the 9th now, tied at 5. So both games are in the 9th.
What the hell was I going to
So,
say?
like I said, if the Yankees are going to pull off a win, they need to do it fast. So TJ Rumfeld is up. He was the hero Friday night. Hit a game-tying home run
Rumfeld, not
against
bad.
Filthy Philly.
Not bad numbers between AA and AAA last year.
No. I asked Luca the question last night. I'll ask you both the same. Obviously, Goldschmidt is only a temporary option at first, and we don't know what Rice's future holds yet. What are the chances Rumfeld could be our future first
Speaking
baseman?
of Luca checking in on his lunch break.
What
There
up,
you
Luca?
go. What's
Enjoying
up,
your
Luca?
lunch, I hope. I hope you eat better than Alex does.
Okay.
There you go.
So again, what do you guys think Rumfeld's chances are of being the possible next first baseman for the Yankees?
We're going to see what he does in AAA this year.
Yeah, let's get another year.
He
Another
struggles
year in
a little bit
AAA.
to try to go after Murakami. And
Murakami, I want Murakami so bad, man.
just make sure he's not a Dodger, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it depends
Rumfeld hits
what
a high
their
fly
plans
ball.
are. What their plans are with Freddie.
Rumfeld flies out one away.
Well,
You know that sky has got to be so hard to catch fly balls right now.
what Grandma slice from where, Luca?
Yeah, it all depends on where you got it from.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so good though.
Well,
I was actually thinking about ordering pizza too, but
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely thinking about it.
'cause
I'm
I
not.
really don't feel like cooking tonight.
Neither do I.
Well, Sean's going to wait 2 hours on his pizza, the place he gets it from.
Unfortunately, you're probably right. And if it's
Oh,
raining, they might just shut
from
down
your
Uber Eats
store.
altogether. Dominic Smith is up. He is still in there. He missed out on a key opportunity to put the Yankees ahead. He struck out with the bases loaded. But he is 1 for 3, hitting 300.
Dom's still in there.
He's fighting for a roster spot.
Yeah.
He fouls that one off.
So what doesn't make sense to me is there's this one like very popular account on Twitter, and they're a Pirates Eagles fan. Don't ask me.
Luca got it from his store. He says it's actually not that bad.
Yeah. But there's a Pirates Eagles fan on Twitter. Don't ask me how.
Yeah, it's funny. I joked about that with somebody the other day because you and I, Alex, we know plenty of Steelers, Phillies fans.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd see that one.
Does he live in Central?
Oh, that's a high fly ball in the deep right field.
Oh,
that
Dom.
ball is gone.
Dom got all of
Dominic
that one.
Smith hits a missile.
Well, we know
Is
he
it
can
too
still.
little, too late though?
We know he
The
can
Yankees
still
cut
hit the long
deficit to
ball,
1.
especially on those types of pitches.
What a shot! And that's with the wind blowing in.
That was
With the wind blowing in, he still crushed it.
100.1,
Yeah, that's a no doubter.
and it would have been out in 29 of 30 parks. That would not have been out in Fenway.
Really?
Yep. He hit it 376 down, 376.
I don't
That's
see how that would. I don't understand.
I think Fenway's deeper, further
Fenway's
back,
around the pole. He's
around
right.
the pole. I think it's deeper back there.
No, the
But-
pole is 310.
Yeah, but it juts out further if you go.
Yeah, but not that much
Out
further. I don't know. Well,
Obviously,
Oswald Peraza is up now.
obviously it's not 376.
But that the Pirates Eagle fan. So they filmed Paul Skeens his reaction to Derek Shelton saying you're the opening day starter. Someone said the same person goes, "Yeah, I what is this stance that he had? What? Unless this is a different Peraza then.
Oh yeah, you're right. I just noticed a different number.
Does he look like the MLB The Show stance? I'm like, what are we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jesus Rodriguez. Okay, thank you.
Jesus.
Yes Network. All right, Yes Network screwed that up. Okay.
Yeah,
Good
I'm like,
stats.
Jesus Rodriguez.
this is an imposter.
Mhm.
So the Eagle
Oh, yeah, I'm
Pirate
gonna say, I'm
fan-
sorry. What is the stance though?
No, it's awful. Up there's Juan Soto, 22, Dominic Smith.
There you go.
But what was I going to say? So this Pirates Eagles fan goes in reaction to the video. I'm glad they filmed this because I was really worried Andrew Heaney would get the opening day start,
Yeah, that's funny.
as if there was
Nice.
actually any
I
competition.
joke with that about Vinny's like, oh, who else would it be? I'm like, well, this is the Pirates.
Yeah, but I wasn't. They were not going to start Andrew Heaney unless like I don't know.
Alex,
There was some kind of like with Freed. There was some kind of like.
could you imagine, Alex, if we went to Pittsburgh and Andrew Heaney pitches a gem?
And he dominates us.
Because you
Yeah,
know what? That's
that'd be-
how it goes when we face former players.
That'd
They
be
kill
like
us
that would only be like what's his name from Chicago, who pitched with us.
upstairs, 3-2.
Tyone?
Tyone, yeah.
Yeah, he killed us
I just remember when
we went to Wrigley 2 years
Couldn't
ago.
pitch for us, but man, he's tearing it up in Chicago.
That ball's hit up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, fires to first for out number 2. Yankees are down to their final out.
That's a nice play.
I just remember when I went to the stadium in 2022 and Joe almost got kicked out of a game, and we saw Luis Castillo just dominate the Yankees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Luis Castillo, but Luis Castillo's better than Jameson.
Update: the Yankees in the other game have the go-ahead run on first with 1 out.
I mean,
Although he's not as good now.
Attempt.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice play there by Duke Ellis of all friggin' people.
Dick
Ellis. Nice play. Way to go.
That was
Way to get a guy
bad
on.
throw. I don't even know why the pitcher decided to throw
Oh, he
that
should have never thrown that pitch. I
That
mean,
was
he
a
should have never thrown
bad
that ball
throw.
at all. Yeah. That was a nice bunt, though.
Yes.
That's
And
exactly
he's got
where you
speed to
want
get
it.
himself into scoring position
Well,
here.
right between the pitcher and third baseman, that's where you want to get it.
Update: JC Escara has singled in the go-ahead run on a throwing error, a single and an error.
So I
the
hear
Yankees lead 6-5 in Port Charlotte.
life here?
Life in
Two
both
outs?
games.
Life here with 2 outs?
JC Escara.
JC Escara continuing to
Castillo.
prove why he should be the backup catcher, and I think he's already got the job won. I don't know why they're waiting to make it official. He's got like double the at-bats that Jackson has. Home run here wins it.
They got Jackson in what? The Trevino trade?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Let's take a look. I know they got a backup catcher there.
That was a ball.
Good appeal.
ABS says
0.2 inches.
Ball.
Marshall Toole doubles to make it 7-5 Yankees.
Juan Matias.
Yep, Trevino trade.
So the Yankees have taken the lead in Port Charlotte. Still looking for a comeback.
He
here
hits-
in Tampa.
He hits a home run here. I'm the biggest Juan Matias fan in the world.
Yes.
I'll follow him on. I'll
the
follow him
number-
on Twitter if he's on there.
Seeing this number 40 up to hit, it just looks violently wrong. And that's a ground ball to second. This should do it. Fires
Oh.
to first.
Well,
And that'll do it. The Pittsburgh Pirates defeat the Yankees by a score of 4-3. So we just wait now on the final result of the other game. But all in all, I would say not a bad. I mean, yeah, they didn't win, but not a terrible performance from the Yankees.
no, not too bad.
Grisham obviously looked good again. Dominic Smith, I think, had he hit that home run 2 innings prior, we would obviously be having a much different conversation.
I mean, it was tied 2-2 when the starters went out. So
Yeah. So, and Schlitter looked good on the mound. Luke Weaver looked good on the mound. Just took one mistake for the Pirates to capitalize, and they win.
yeah, Luke looked pretty dominant out there.
Yeah, I actually thought they might put him in for another inning because I don't even think he threw 10 innings, 10 pitches.
That ball that Grisham hit was a dart. Like
Yes,
it was.
him and Dom Smith,
I mean,
they did their jobs
the
today.
two top exit velocities in the game: Austin Wells at 111.2 and Trent Grisham at 109.2.
Yeah. So like I said, as of now, it's 7-5 in the other game. I don't know if you want
Who
to
do
stay
you
on through the
who do you
end.
guys think hit the longest ball in this game?
I would say Grisham, but I'm not sorry.
No.
Smith.
No.
The dude from the Pirates.
No.
No.
It was Jazz Chisholm Jr. at 385.
Oh, that fly ball in a set. Oh.
Derek Hall hit it 378.
Yeah, you're right because Chisholm hit it to dead center and he flew out on the track.
Chisholm hit it, barely missed it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh well, but I think there's definitely more to take away from the other game right now. As that one goes to the bottom of the ninth, I'll do my best to kind of narrate what's going on there.
I don't have anything on that. I don't think on here.
Not giving you anything.
It's given me the game feed, like the game day feed.
Yeah, but nothing else.
Nada.
So in the home game, Yankees fall to 10-10. If the Yankees can win this one, they will stay above 500, go to 11-10. Because that matters so much.
I will say, MLB, and this is really not a surprise to anyone, especially the people on the panel, that don't broadcast their own preseason games.
Nope.
That's the only thing.
Sport that does
only
that.
Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The MLB
Like
wants
I said,
to be the
somebody
worst
tell
anomaly.
me what's more exciting that needs to be put on a network at Tuesday at 1:00. I'll wait. Because your sports talk show is not that interesting. I'm sorry.
On a Sunday afternoon, the other thing is
well,
that,
yeah, because
what's on right now? I mean,
nothing really.
NASCAR just started, but
What's on? Let me see. What's on in New York?
I can't imagine.
Well, the Knicks and Rangers both played last night, so the Knicks are off.
I'm looking.
I don't think the Rangers are playing. St. John's already played.
Oh, you have you have on Channel 5, you have MLS soccer. You have Nashville versus Philadelphia.
Right, but
that's not even New York.
The Big Ten tournament's going on. Wisconsin versus Michigan.
Maybe.
Right, but we're talking in Tampa Bay terms here because remember
that's true.
They're the ones.
Well, and even in New York terms too.
Stars, Avalanche.
At least the Yes Network.
Suns, Lakers.
At least the Yes Network is finally broadcasting all the home games.
You got a lot of sports. The Mets are playing Houston on Channel 11.
Yeah, but I don't think the Yankees care about that.
No, the Yankees don't. But I mean, talking about like New York in general.
Yeah.
Or even
outside of spring training is what Alex is getting at.
Well, I know, but even people in Tampa, I mean, they're probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to
I'll be honest.
Say that the MLB is doing a good job because they're not.
No, they're not. Baseball does a horrible job at marketing their game. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, and that's why I was surprised when Manfred came out and said that ESPN wasn't doing a great job.
Well, he doesn't do a great job either, though.
So, yeah, but when you offer,
I agree with him.
When you offer ESPN offers $200 million for a sport that they paid $500 and some million for this year. I mean, that's like a slap in the face. And then telling us that we're just not as popular as the NFL. Well, duh. What sport is?
No sport's gonna be popular than.
More
popular than the NFL, except for maybe college.
You can't have it, I don't know. But this is going to cause MLB to go elsewhere, and
which it sounds like it's going to.
And that's why they're looking at streaming.
Yeah, they're looking at Netflix, Prime, and Peacock again.
Everybody's going to be looking.
By the way, the Rays got a base hit. They have the tying run at the plate. They blew a 7-4 lead to Tampa Bay and lost. So
in play outs. What's that one? Oh, there's an out coming up.
Junior Caminero. Rounds into a force out. He reaches. Yeah. So there's one out. Now double play would win it for the Yankees here.
Yeah. Baseball's in a weird spot now where ESPN, they're not going to sign that deal for $200 million at all.
No, they're not.
I mean, even if there's a work
I keep saying,
which I think I'm pretty sure there's going to be.
I say we go, thinking outside the box, sort of. I would love to see CBS do baseball.
Yeah.
Like
They
give
used to
them
do-
a
they
Sunday
used to
night
do
spotlight
baseball.
because at least when
They
football
used to do a
season
lot of
hits,
baseball back in the day.
I was gonna say, and at least when football comes around, their games are done by 7:30. Yeah, you got 60 minutes, but does
You know
anybody
what?
actually watch that?
I would you know what I would have done, and I don't know if there was a specific deadline. I would have played the free agent game, and I would have said, "Okay, I'm gonna go see your offer is at 200." I wouldn't have told them to go fuck themselves. I would have said, "Okay, I'm gonna go see what CBS or the streaming platform says." I would have said
Rays are
that.
down to their final out, by the way.
Oh,
Ground out.
but you don't think ESPN knows that they would go there?
Oh no,
I don't think
ESPN
that-
knows,
yeah.
but obviously ESPN's still putting a bid in. Like my
Yeah.
point is
And they're
obviously.
not. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Like like after the season, it's not like they have like it's not like MLB, and I'm gonna put this in weird football terms. You'll get what I'm saying. MLB is requesting a trade from ESPN that they had to ask them and then seek it for other teams. No, after this year, they're done.
Yes.
So they were
Right.
not under contract, obviously, beyond this year. So you could still do some venturing and like, okay, let's see what Amazon gives us or whatever. But
I'm just wondering if a
I
lot of
think
that.
Amazon's gonna end up getting it.
I
if you
think a
want
lot
my
of that
opinion.
200 million has to do with them knowing that there's going to be a stoppage in 26,
and that the
Also.
game.
You know what?
is
And
just
you're not
running.
wrong.
and the game is not as popular. Although they're offered
Well, no,
more
I
money,
wouldn't
I
say
think, to the NBA
but I
than.
wouldn't say it's not as popular because ratings have gone up,
But
attendance
why
has
would they?
gone up.
Why would they offer more money? Why would they give more money to the NBA than MLB?
Well, see, I think
Well,
I
the
think there's a
NBA is-
couple reasons for that, but I don't think the NBA is as popular as they make it out.
It's
to be.
not. It's definitely
It's
not.
really
as popular.
not. No, it's
Like
it's not. I still think MLB obviously is the least popular of the last few, but
because it's the sport that
Well,
takes
I
the
don't know
longest.
because
Their
you gotta
season
remember they
is
got the
so
NHL
long.
too. They did this big thing with the NHL, but is NHL really that much bigger than baseball?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
I think
But
I think it's bigger than baseball. I just don't think it's.
I
Well,
would
the thing is,
disagree.
the alleyway that I look at it through, and as I said, I'm not a
I
big.
think if we're arguing playoffs, yeah, I would take the NHL
Oh yeah,
over
no,
MLB. But
absolutely.
regular season, I still say baseball.
I mean, it's a tough line, but also I'm also looking at the angle of how all those sports are run, and obviously we know who takes the trophy for the worst.
yeah,
So
It is final in Port Charlotte. The New
Yep.
York Yankees have defeated the Tampa Bay Rays by a
no
score of
rain.
7-5. So
Yeah.
they split the split squad today.
can rain all at once now.
Yeah, now you can let all the rain happen. Now it's okay. But it is over. So a couple takeaways from the other game is how good our guys looked in terms of our starting players like Ben Rice, 2 for 5, home run. Dominguez, 1 for 4, home run. Oswaldo Cabrera, 3 for 3, home run. What more could you ask for from your big guys? I don't think you can ask for much more than that. So Yankees take the win in that one. They fall in the home game. As of now, this is our last spring broadcast. We're going to actually start planning out shortly our regular season live streams. But until then, Vinny, any last thoughts on this split squad
No,
today?
I like how Bellinger and Goldschmidt didn't really do a lot. I mean, they didn't do a lot as far as power went, but their at-bats looked pretty good, except for Bellinger there. A few at-bats didn't look great, but, he's going to get fooled on a few. So, but, and then, the starter didn't look bad.
No, Schroeder looked very, very good today. I'll be looking forward to seeing him in AAA this year.
Yeah, and Luca, by the way, said the NHL at least innovated with their
baseball and the NHL and
festivities
baseball
during the All-Star break.
Yeah. Well, that's like, could you imagine if like MLB did something like that? Like, if
I don't think nobody's All-Star game is great anyway. I mean,
you don't think baseball's?
I think baseball.
I think baseball is probably better.
Baseball, I say, has got the best
Because
one,
the
just
players
because they
still-
actually try. You
Well, the
can't
players
mail
still
it in.
care about
Yeah.
their, like the
Yeah,
NFL,
I would argue at least baseball, they actually
NBA,
care.
and I think the NHL cares a lot more too.
Yeah, when they saw what was happening, what was going wrong, and I like the decision they made.
But
Alex,
Okay.
obviously you hopped in a little late, but any takeaways from these two games today?
Not too much. I mean, JC Ascar and Dom Smith continue to rake, so
Yes.
I enjoy that. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, can't really argue with that. So for now, this will be our last Yankees live stream for the spring. Might have, like I said, we might, if Alex decides he wants to do a game, well, maybe if you like, we might pop in for him. Otherwise, thank you guys for joining us today. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy your Sunday.